Evanston basketball is on the air. The Red Devils look to continue the strong round ball tradition in 2020 and 2021. Witness as Evanston sets out to prove that they belong with the best in the state of Wyoming. Follow the Red Devils all around the Cowboy State, both home and on the road, on your home for Red Devil Sports, KNYN 99.1, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com. Red Devil basketball is brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, Dr. McKay Frankum, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Hoover Chiropractic, Evanston Regional Hospital, the Come On In Casper, Plains Tire, Mountain West Business Solutions, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, Rocky Mountain Sign, Uintah County School District No. 1, Ellingford Brothers, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Bear River Dental, and by T-Bar-S Body Shop. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to sit back, relax, and raise the pitchforks as we head to the arena to join the voice of your Evanston Red Devils, ELAN OLLIFF.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Story Gymnasium, home of this matchup between the Evanston Red Devils and the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. We're going to reverse it from last night. This time, the girls will play first and the boys will play right after. New venue, not the one we were expecting to be at, and there's a whole story behind it. We will definitely cover that, as well as set the scene for this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com right after this.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar-S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043. Welcome to Story Gym, site of this matchup between the Evanston Red Devils and the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. This game was supposed to take place at Cheyenne East High School, just about 4 or 5 minutes down the road from here. But due to a water pipe damage, the gym has received significant damage. And they said it'll be a while till that gym is ready to go. So all East basketball games have been moved to Story Gym. This is a historic spot, a very high-capacity venue, as there's a lot of area for people to sit. That kind of reminds me a little bit of the Rock Springs Gymnasium, how you have the high bleachers on the side that I'm sitting on, and then, of course, the visiting bleachers just a little bit lower. Actually, as I look over across, you've got high bleachers on both ends, so high capacity area, but because of the situation that we are in, we are not filling up the stands. As a matter of fact, I'm the only one sitting in the section that we are in right now, coming to you live from high atop at the press box here at Story Gym. Let's go ahead and talk about the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. The Lady Birds are the number 4 team in the latest WyoPreps coaches and media rankings. 3-1 overall record. No conference record, as conference play has not begun yet. That is still about 2 weeks away. Last time they were out was last night on this very floor against the number 5 Green River Wolves, who Evanston will become well acquainted with. Final score 56-36. Cheyenne East led in that game by Emma Jacobson and Bowden Lejadal. Of course, Lejadal with 18, Jacobson with 11. For the Evanston Red Devils, they are still looking for that first win after putting on a great show against Central last night, only losing by 11, but that was because of fouls and free throws. It was one of those games where it really was a little bit closer than what the scoreboard indicates. Back to Cheyenne East, they come in averaging 48 points per game and allowing 43 points per game. So they win close games. Evanston, if they can get their scoring going, their defense might be enough. We heard from Coach Jeremy Fessler earlier about that. He says we've got the defense to play with anyone during the post-game interview after the Cheyenne Central game. It's their scoring that needs to pick up. For the Red Devils, they're scoring around 40 points per game and allowing – oh, that is incorrect. My apologies. That's actually the boys' stat. So let me look these up right now. Short turnaround. We did not have time to update that bracket. My sincerest apologies. For the boys, that's what we have. For the girls, though, allowing 37.2 points per game and allowing 56 points per game and averaging 40 points per game. So the Red Devils definitely, if they can get the scoring going, have the defense to hold people in check, as we saw from Cheyenne last night, losing a close, low-scoring battle to the Lady Indians. Let's go and talk about the last time these two teams met, and it was on January 9th, 2020 at Cheyenne East High School. Zosha Novakoski goes off for 17 points, 70% from the charity stripe. So a good performance there, 43-55. Cheyenne East on top of that one. All part of the very strenuous and difficult preseason that Evanston has come to schedule for themselves. You look at their preseason schedule, and Coach Jeremy Fessler is absolutely right. 4 of the top 5 teams on the WyoPreps rankings. So they played East, Thunder Basin, Gillette, and Central. And now you can also throw in a tough big school Ogden, which they played very well against. Let's actually look at those new WyoPreps coaches and media rankings. Number 5 is the Green River Wolves, averaging 50 points per game, allowing 42 points per game. Katie Strauss leads the state with 20 points per game. Number 4 is today's opponent, the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, 48 points per game and allowing 42 points per game. So as I mentioned earlier, it looks like this team wins close games. So Evanston, if they can score, they've got a chance with their defense that we've seen earlier. At number 3, the Natrona Phillies, led by Emma Paddock with 18.3 points per game. That's good enough for number 2 in the West. Remember, Natrona now in the West as Kelly Walsh and Natrona switch every 4 years. I believe 2 years, my apologies. So 2 years of Kelly Walsh. Now we got 2 years of Natrona. Number 2 was last night's opponent, the Cheyenne Central Indians, and they proved just why. 53 points per game and allowing 32 points per game for the Indians, led by senior Kelsey Bassert, who put on a show against Evanston last night. She's averaging 12.7 points per game. Bassert went off for 14 points per game. And at number 1, the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts, 60.7 points per game. That's tops in the 4A on the girls' side of the bracket. And averaging 41 points defensively. That's good enough for 4th place in 4A. Gabby Drew, number 1 scorer in the East at 17.3 points per game. We're going to step aside, and we come back. We'll have our Red Devil Corner segment of our pregame show. This time we talk with Coach Roy Barker, and he previews what this unique 2021 indoor track season will look like. We'll hear from Coach Barker after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we know our members by name and we love working with them face-to-face. But did you know that members can also handle almost all banking online? Everything from managing your accounts and paying bills to applying for all types of loans. It's simple and we're happy to help you get started. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
Here with Evanston indoor track head coach Roy Barker. Coach Barker, you guys are into the new year and you guys have started practice on Monday. So what's it been like practicing the last few days and how excited are you to get the group back together?
The kids are excited. Our numbers are a little bit lower this year than they have been in the past. I'm not sure why. We did graduate a couple of big classes the last couple of years, but our numbers are pretty good. And the kids are coming out. The numbers coincidentally help us with our COVID protocols because our numbers are a little less. But the kids are way excited to get out and do some stuff. A lot of my kids missed their outdoor season last year, so they're way excited to get back on the track and do some things. So it's been a good couple days so far.
Coach, last time we talked to you, you said that you were going to be watching basketball and wrestling to kind of get some ideas on how to handle this situation with indoor sports. What have you been able to kind of take away from a later start and kind of being able to watch what they're doing?
One thing is just to make sure that the contact time, and track is a little easier than obviously wrestling and basketball, that they're not together as much. So, with the nature of our sport, we're going to be able to stay away from each other more, wear our masks more. So that's kind of the biggest thing is to limit the kids' contact for long periods of time, which, like I said, the nature of our sport makes it a lot easier than it does for basketball and wrestling.
Coach, this year's going to be very unique with the fact that you guys are only guaranteed 2 competitions. Do you have those dates and do you know where they will be?
Yeah, we will have we could have a possibility of going through 3 of one in Gillette, but we're probably not going to go to Gillette. We're going to have 2 competitions in Casper at Natrona County's new facility on January 23rd and February 20th. And we were able to take a limited group, but like I said, with our low numbers, it kind of actually does help out that I'll be able to take probably the majority of our team to those competitions, which is going to be pretty exciting for us because I know a lot of states around us are not even doing their indoor because they're not sanctioned. They're club sports. But the big competition in Idaho State at Simplot has been canceled, and all the meets down in Utah have been canceled. So for us to even have meets, we're very grateful to even have those 2 or 3 competitions.
Last time when we talked to you, you talked about the timing of those meets would be not necessarily imperative with your season, but it's something that you definitely would be curious about. How do you feel about the timing of those meets?
One at the beginning, one at the end is actually not bad. So it's kind of one right at the beginning of the season and one right at the end, which makes it good for the kids so we can see where we're at the beginning and then, train for a couple weeks and then be able to have another competition right before state. So I guess I'm corrected. We will have state as well. But for state, they have to be in the top 8 to make it to state. So it's going to be very, very difficult to make it to state. Whereas in the years past, you can qualify. The only way you can qualify is you have to have one of the best times, like I said, in the top 8 in the entire state. So it's going to be difficult to make state.
Coach, there's also the possibility of some special competitions happening. I believe you said here in Evanston, Star Valley, some other places. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when the schedule first started coming out, Coach O'Neill, to his credit, and I were able to sit down and visit and talk about some ideas for us here in Southwest Wyoming because the travel is just so brutal. And so he and I got together and we talked to Ron Laird from the WHSAA, and we started kicking around the idea of doing some competitions in our area. So he and I started reaching out to some of the schools at Green River, Rock Springs, Star Valley, Mountain View, and Lyman, just to be able to do some competitions here so we didn't have to travel as far. And so that turned into the state allowing us to be able to throw the shot put, do some high jump, maybe some pole vault, and do those events here in our area to maybe limit the numbers when we do go to the big meets, because that could limit some of the numbers. If I can do 2 or 3 competitions with the throwers, maybe I don't have to take them to the Casper, which allows me to take other kids to limit the number of participants. And so he and I were able to kick around that idea, and the state approved it. And so we can actually host qualifying meets here in our area, which we're really grateful for. And so we're going to do one. We don't have the schedule yet, but we're going to do one of those in Evanston, probably do one in Green River, one in Star Valley is the plan as of right now.
Coach, you mentioned that the competition numbers, as a number of competitions you guys can go to, is fairly low on a regular year. Do you think that this is an exception being made because of the pandemic, or do you think this might open the gate to maybe doing some specialty competitions on regular years to give the Southwest some more competitions?
Hopefully we don't have to do these things because we can just dip into Utah, because Utah has a lot of good indoor competitions. It's actually very high quality meets. And so, yes, we could still do this. And I think we probably will, but to what extent it probably wouldn't be as great as it is this year because of the pandemic. But hopefully Utah next year will, Weber State, BYU, the Olympic Oval will have their meets in Idaho State. And so if they have their meets again, then that's very beneficial for us because then they can run the facilities and we can do long jump and triple jump and run full meets. So hopefully this doesn't turn into a regular thing, but it can if we have to.
That's Coach Roy Barker, indoor track coach for Evanston High School. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Anything else?
No, thank you very much for calling.
A big thank you to Coach Roy Barker for joining us on the pregame show. Super excited about the possibility to see some indoor track type competitions in Evanston. Right now, just an update on the boys JV game with about... It's hard for me to see the clock from my vantage point, but I believe it says a minute 23. I'll look at our camera just to make sure I get it right. Yes, a minute 23 left in the fourth quarter. It is East on top of the JV boys, 75-39. We're going to step aside when we come back. We'll have our Coaches Show segment of the pregame show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
When your vehicle needs new tires, any tire store can get you back on the road. But only Plains Tire can get you rolling again with the peace of mind that you were treated well, paid a fair price, and that you'll be taken care of for the life of the tire. At Plains Tire, trained tire technicians mount and expertly balance your new tires, replace the valve stems, and hand check each lug nut to make sure it's all tight and secure. Plus, you'll get lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations only at Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. Visit plainstire.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit MyLocalRadio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now. Well, the JV game just ended. Final score, East 77, Evanston 39. We now roll into our Coaches Show segment on KNYN and MyLocalRadio.com. Evanston, of course, coached by Jeremy Fessler. We heard from him a little bit after the Central game last night. And, of course, the Lady Thunderbirds coached by Eric Westling. We did not get a chance to get contact with Coach Westling before this one, but never fear, we do have a bit of an interview to play that gives you some insight on this Cheyenne East team, and we will have that right after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back to Story Gymnasium for our coaches show. As mentioned before the break, we did not get a chance to talk with Coach Westling of Cheyenne East, but on Tuesday's episode of the Pitchfork on January 5th, we did hear from someone who has seen this team and gave us a great breakdown on them. That is old friend of the show, Jake Hibbard. Here is part of our conversation with Mr. Hibbard.
The Cheyenne East T-Birds, they were playing Star Valley in that game, and they press. They press a lot. If I'm looking at the stats right now, they don't necessarily shoot at a very high clip. They're shooting 29% overall, but they're pressuring the ball. They're giving up 27 turnovers a game. They're forcing 27 turnovers a game. Now, they've turned it over 21 as well, and I think part of that is into account they took on a really tough Natrona County team that I think is the best in the West right now. Mm-hmm. But they certainly miss Kai Buell. They're not the same offense that they were. Bowden Lillidahl is a sophomore. She played pretty heavy minutes for the team last year, and she led the team in scoring in the game I saw. Overall, I think she's their leading scorer as well, the only player in double digits at 10.3. But she got hot from three-point range in that first half and then kind of went cold, and that's kind of been the case for her and this whole team as the season as well. She shot 29% from three. The team shot 22%. Look, I think they're going to be a very tough team, but as Natrona County proved, they are beatable.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the stats right now myself, team stats. Defense, they're allowing just a tick under 43 points per game. And this is Cheyenne East. Offense, though, they're scoring almost 50 points a game, outscoring opponents 48 to 42. What do you think is going to be the key? As you mentioned, you said that Natrona proved that they could beat them, but you said Natrona also looks like one of the top teams in the West. What does a team need to do from the opening whistle in order to give themselves a chance against the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbird squad?
You got to take care of the ball, and you got to ball pressure. I think that Natrona County had a lot of success. I didn't see this game specifically, but I saw Natrona County play against Kelly Walsh, and they just blew them off the court with ball pressure. And I would suspect that's very similar to what they did against Cheyenne East. Cheyenne East loves to pressure themselves. Eric Westling taking over now in his third season. He's 51-7. There's a lot of success in that program. But, like I said, they're missing that go-to player with Kai Buell gone, and they're not going to have it this year. I don't think most teams in the East will have a go-to player this season. Instead, it's going to be scoring by committee, and that's what this Cheyenne East team does. A lot of turnovers. That's what they're going to rely on. So if you can take care of the ball, you've got a chance, but once you start giving them extra shots, that's the difference. You look at their rebounding margin, they're not really out-rebounding teams. They're not really out-shooting teams. In fact, teams are out-shooting them by about 7 points in percentage points per game. it's extra possessions and easy shots in the fast break that's going to be a difference.
A big thank you to Jake Hibbard for coming on the Pitchfork and giving us that breakdown. As you heard, they are beatable, and when you talk with Coach Jeremy Fessler, he says our defense is good enough to play with anyone. It's our offense that needs to improve a little bit more. And if they can get that offense going and play the great defense, you never know what can happen. Speaking of Coach Fessler, we're going to have him right after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium, offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium, offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites. The guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Here with Evanston basketball girls head coach Jeremy Fessler. I've got him on the phone. Coach Fessler, on Saturday afternoon, you guys will play Cheyenne East, the number 4 team in the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll from December 23rd. Coach, last year they had the Player of the Year in Kai Buell, who was just an absolute dynamo. This year they don't have her, and now they're kind of looking at a scoring by committee type offense. How do you stop an offense like that?
Well, they run a 41 motion. Both teams will, and they'll throw some 50 at us. But we've got to get in the gaps. We've got to keep our defender in front of us, not allow straight line drives, and not have to help and rotate over. Those are the key things: is stopping your defender, and we've really focused that a lot on that in practice as well. Keeping your girl in front of you, taking care of your responsibility. And then the gaps are there if you need them. But, that's been a focus of ours, is keeping things out of the middle and take care of your defender, and everybody else does their job as well.
Coach, this is a pretty big weekend for you guys, as you'll be playing the number 3 team on Friday and the number 4 team on Saturday. Of course, we've seen great performances by Stacia Barker and sophomore Emily Sawyer. Who do you expect to kind of step up and add their name to that great performance list this weekend?
Well, I as far as naming one, I don't know if I could do that, but I will tell you, I expect our guard play to be a lot better. I expect our guard play to be more focused. I expect our guard play to be more consistent. And I think you're going to see a couple guards step up and, help us get through these 2 games. We have a couple girls, one girl out sick last night. We got another girl out sick tonight. So, we're going to have to help each other and do it as a team.
That's Coach Jeremy Fessler, head coach for Evanston Lady Red Devil basketball. Coach Fessler, thank you so much for your time. Anything else?
No, thank you for the coverage and everything that you do.
A big thank you to Coach Jeremy Fessler for joining us on the pregame show. Well, as we will rock you by Queen, The classic stadium anthem plays through the rafters here at Story Gymnasium. We are less than a minute away from starting this one. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have our independent software solutions starting lineups for this one. Evanston versus Cheyenne East on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
When you want something custom built for your home, farm and ranch, vehicle, or trailer, it needs to be done with precision, be strong, and be affordable. Get all this and more when you work with the Steel Shop at Ellingford Brothers. You bring the plan or idea, and they'll make it a reality. The Steel Shop sells and installs vehicle accessories like bull bars, running boards, and bed liners. They also specialize in truck and trailer hitches as well. Get it built to last. Ellingford Brothers, 221 County Road in Evanston.
In May of 2019, Uintah County School District Number 1 became the first school district in Wyoming to achieve a certified Level 1 on high reliability schools by the Rosanna Leadership Center. We're focusing on 3 levels. Level 1 is a safe and collaborative culture. Level 2, effective teaching in every classroom. And Level 3 is a guaranteed and viable curriculum. We are certified Level 1 in safe and collaborative culture. This is Superintendent Ryan Thomas. Congratulations to everyone in our district. Keep up the great work.
Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
We're going to go silent for a minute as the honor guard here at Cheyenne East High School comes out and presents the colors for our national anthem. And now the colors have exited, and that brings us to our independent software solutions starting lineups. Independent software solutions, let us be your IT guy. Let's go ahead and start with the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, who come out in their white uniforms with a pale blue numeral on the back. For the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, number 2, a 5'9" senior, Rudy Jacobson. Number 4, a 5'9" senior, Emma Jacobson. Number 12, a 6'4" junior, Darcy Jardine. Number 23, a 5'5" sophomore, Bowden Lilladal. And number 42, a 5'8" senior Kaylee Alvarado for your Evanston Red Devils, who come out in their red away uniforms, white numerals, Evanston across the chest, the E made up with that Pitchfork E logo. You've got number 2, junior Mia Barker, averaging 1.8 points per game, but almost 7 boards per contest. Number 10, senior Cambry Brown, averaging 2 points per game, but 5 boards per contest. Number 11, Heidi Barton, 5.5 points per game and 2 rebounds per game for the senior. Number 13, Nayeli Mota, 2 points per game and is a great defender. At number 44, Stacia Barker, she leads the team in both rebounds and points per game, almost 12 points per game and 7.5 rebounds per game. Here we go as we get ready to inbound to start it off. Evanston again with Cambry Brown, Mia Barker, Heidi Barton, Nayeli Mota, and Stacia Barker, as well as Mia Barker. As we get ready for the opening inbound play. It will go to the far sideline. Nayeli Mota will do the honors. Mota stands as Evanston will move left to right, and we're underway after an inbound pass to Heidi Barton. The senior dribbling to the left wing, and now puts the brakes on. Back to Mota at the top of the circle. Cambry Brown in the right corner. Mia Barker gets it at the top and back over to Mota in the left side. All of it happening on the perimeter. Evanston taking their time, slowing it down. Heidi Barton, again at the point, finds Cambry Brown on the right side. Man-to-man defense being put on by the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. Barton on the left side finds Mia Barker, left block. That one blocked by Jardine, and we're going the other way. Quick pass over to Jacobson, who finds Lillidahl at the top of the circle. Alvarado now at the free throw line. Jacobson to the right block, jump shot. That one rolls around, no good. Rebound, Cambry Brown, but no, they're calling a foul, and it's a push on Cheyenne East. It'll be the first foul on Emma Jacobson, and the Red Devils, with 7:09 left in the first, get it back after the turnover. No press coming from Cheyenne East, as waiting for Heidi Barton was Emma Jacobson across the timeline. Stacia Barker with 1 foot inside the arc at the point, distributes to Mota. She drives to the right block, puts the shot up well short, and Lillidahl will bring it forward. Long pass over to Alvarado, who comes to the right block, and back out to Jacobson. She rushes across the free throw line, puts the runner up, no good. Rebound, Lejadal, left side three is good, and it is 3-0 to start it out for Lillidahl. And the Red Devils down 3-0 to start this one off. Heidi Barton goes across the timeline. Left side to Mota. Nayeli now finds Stacia at the free throw line. Open Cambry Brown in the right corner. She now drives to the elbow. Good defense by Alvarado, causing her to pass. She goes to Heidi Barton, who retreats to the free throw line. Jump shot too hard off the back iron, pulled down by Cheyenne East. Alvarado gets a great pass, no one in front of her, and puts the runner up and draws the foul. Into the brick wall goes Alvarado, but she appears to be okay. It will be the first one, I believe that's going to be on Stacia. It is, so her first foul. And Alvarado will shoot free throws. Nayeli Mota will come out to take a break. Mackenzie Porter comes in, so does Caitlin DeRue in for Heidi Barton. Free throw by Alvarado is no good, so the old school two-point play is not going to happen. Caitlin DeRue will now take it across the timeline for the Evanston Red Devils. Brown finds Mia, top of the circle. Back to Caitlin DeRue in the left side. DeRue holds for a while, takes one bounce, now distributes to Porter. Back to Brown in the right corner. Stacia Barker wants it at the point. Distributes to Porter on the left side, who's got some range. DeRue, top of the circle, three. That one is not even close. Stacia Barker tries to get the ball, but it kind of falls through her arms and over the baseline. Turnover going to Cheyenne East, and it is 5-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. East on top of the Red Devils. Lillidahl goes across the timeline, dribbling to the right side. Hands off to Alvarado. Pass right side to Emma Jacobson. She finds Jardine. Back to Emma Jacobson in the right corner. Taking a dribble is Ruby Jacobson. Now back to Lillidahl. That shot off of the left block. Bounces off the backboard awkwardly. Rebound by Alvarado. Jardine on the right side. Gets it to bounce up high off the rim and fall through the nets. So Jardine with 2 points. And now we'll see Evanston try to break the dam of the scoring for Evanston. Left side blocked by Mia Barker, off the glass and in. So the Red Devils get their first points of the game. And a turnover happening on the other side of the court. Evanston retakes the ball. Lily Johnson just got up and ran over to the scorer's table. She's coming in for Stacia Barker. She'll join Porter, Abby Rigby, Caitlin DeRue, and Mia Barker. Rigby will inbound it. Lily Johnson calling for it on the left side. Full court press put on by the Thunderbirds. Caitlin DeRue gets the inbound pass. She tries to go to Porter. It's stolen by Schlabs, and now she tries to pass to the right corner looking for Alvarado, but it bounces into the Evanston faithful, and the Red Devils get the ball back. Evanston trails by 5 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in quarter number 1 with 4.5 minutes to go. Inbound to Heidi Barton as she has come back into the game for Caitlin DeRue. Abby Rigby gets the full court press. She finds Mia Barker on the runner, goes across the timeline. On the run, not runner, excuse me, not to be confused with a runner shot. As Heidi Barton now goes to the point. Tries to find Abby Rigby, but the pass is errant, and Rigby, all she can do is get a hand on it before it crosses the left sideline. Turnover by the Red Devils gives the Thunderbirds, I wanted to say Thunder Basin, the ball. Here comes Jacobson, left side over to Marshall. Back over to Jacobson. Shot from Schlabs on the right elbow, no good. Pulled down by Johnson. Porter now gets the pass from Lily Johnson. McKenzie across the timeline. She's open at the top of the circle. They left her wide open. She takes the shot. It bounces off the front iron and out of bounds. Last touch, though, is East, and the Red Devils get the ball back. I want to encourage you to use the My Local Radio chat room. That is the best way to root on your favorite Red Devil, and we'll try to give it a shout-out live on the air. Mia Barker will inbound it under Cheyenne East basket. So Evanston with a chance for a quick bucket here. Finds Heidi Barton, but jumping up to tip it is Schlabs, and it is across the timeline, out of bounds on the baseline, all the way on the left side. All the way under Evanston's own net. That inbound pass from Barton was bopped up by Brady Schlabs, and then it goes across the timeline and over the baseline. Lillidahl, left corner 3, that one off target, off too strong, pulled down by Cheyenne East, but the pass is stolen by Rigby. She tries to lob one over to Mia Barker, and it's taken away by Schlabs. Foul called. It looks like Mia Barker just kind of makes some contact after the pass is picked off. Looking at the camera, we noticed that some of it is out of the screen. We will fix that at our earliest convenience, as my camera person is a few rows down from me. Left side 3 by Cheyenne East, no good. Pulled down by the Thunderbirds, and a foul after the rebound. It's on Cambry Brown. Her first foul of the game. 7-2 with 3:12 left in the first quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Cheyenne East on top. Bounce pass inbounds to Lillidahl, who's at the point. Hands off to Schlabs. Back to Jacobson from the free throw line. Draws the foul. Shooting, and she'll shoot free throws. Free throws for the girls this season brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. Independent Software Solutions. Let us be your IT guy. First foul on Caitlin DeRue, as it is Emma Jacobson who will go to the free throw line. First shot is up, and that one rings around the rosy and drops in. Score is 8-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Another Independent Software Solutions free throw coming from Emma Jacobson. Splashes through, and it is a 7-point lead for Cheyenne East. Caitlin DeRue will inbound it. Changes coming for the Thunderbirds. Stacia Barker, though, has Caitlin DeRue, Stacia Barker, Heidi Barton, Cambry Brown, who take the inbound passes intercepted by the Thunderbirds. Taking a bounce and trying to bounce it off of the wall was Fonseca for Cheyenne East, pulled down by Evanston, and Heidi Barton goes across the timeline. Flings it to the left side for Caitlin DeRue. Back to Stacia at the point. Heidi Barton in the right side. Looking for Johnson in the paint on the right block. She takes one dribble, tries to put the shot up, but it is too short and across the baseline. Mia Barker comes in for Caitlin DeRue. Inbound now, we'll see Cheyenne East with Schlabs. Long lob pass, and it was intended for Lillidahl, but she can't chase it down. It crosses the right sideline, and it is a turnover. Red Devils will take the ball back. Evanston has Barton, Mia Barker, Stacia Barker, Brown, and Johnson on the floor. Mia dribbling to the right side, back over to Mia Barker on the left corner, finds Johnson from the left block. She's double teamed, and the ball gets taken out of her hands. The ball's loose, picked up by Barton in the left corner, flings it over to Mia Barker. She wide open, goes into the key. Her pass is deflected up. She gets the rebound back, finally finds Johnson in the left block. Chaos ensuing here as Johnson puts the shot up from the left side of the key. That one rebounded by Barton. She now takes a drive towards the free throw line, distributes to Brown, back to Barton, top of the circle. Finally calming things down and getting some rhythm back into this drive. Stacia at the top of the circle for three. That one hits the front iron, rolls around, no good. Pulled down by Brown, and she draws the foul on the shots. After the rebound, Camry Brown draws the foul on the shot, and she will shoot 2 Independent Software Solutions free throws. Independent Software Solutions, let us be your IT guy. Brown with the first one. Splashes through, and Cambry Brown makes it 9-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Cambry toes the line again, and the senior lets it fly. That one, front iron, back the back glass, and through the hoop. It's a 5-point game, 9-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in the final minute of the first quarter, and Evanston gets the turnover. Alvarado trying to drive along the near sideline on the left side, and the ball gets taken away and pushed over. The Red Devils are getting the ball back. Mia Barker inbounds to Heidi Barton. Barton across the timeline with Alvarado in tow. Finds Stacia at the free throw line. She retreats back to the top of the circle. Cambry Brown, left side three. That one off the glass, no good, and into the hands of Jardine. Alvarado now taking the point for Cheyenne East. Trying to find Jacobson. Her pass is a one-hit, trying to find Jardine in the key, taken away by Stacia Barker, and now the Red Devils have it back. Barton drives to the right side elbow. No-look bounce pass to the right corner to Cambry Brown, who retreats to the point. Back over to Heidi Barton. Alvarado playing tough defense on her. Barton towards center court now, driving towards the right corner. Alvarado staying with her step for step. There's a pass coming somewhere. It is to Cambry Brown at the point. Brown with a tough defense by Jacobson, and back to Mia Barker, and she gets called for a travel. Lillidahl on defense. Cambry Brown saying that Lillidahl pushed her, but it is a turnover. Sorry, that was Mia Barker, my apologies, as Mackenzie Porter will go to the scorer's table. Stacia Barker checks out, and it looks like Abby Rigby checking in. Cambry Brown comes out, and Mackenzie Porter comes in. They'll join Barton, Mia Barker, and Lily Johnson. Cheyenne East in the right corner with the ball, and there is a whistle blown, clapping coming from Cheyenne East. It's a push on Evanston. Coach Fessler talking with the referees, and it is the first foul on Lily Johnson. 9-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And there's another push after the in-down play. It's the second foul on Lily Johnson. Camry Brown will come in for Johnson, and she'll join Mia Barker, Mackenzie Porter, Agni Rigby, and Heidi Bart. They'll inbound it under the Evanston hoop. Jump shot right side from Jacobson is good, and it is 11-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Less than 20 seconds left, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Porter on the right side, back to Barker at the top of the circle. That is Mia, by the way. Left side, Barton trying to find Camry Brown. She's down on the ground, tries to get rid of the ball, taken away by Alvarado. Down court pass to Lillidahl as the seconds expire. It's over the right sideline, and that is where we end the first quarter. It is 11-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll have quarter number 2 after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com. Evanston trails 11-4.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy, so the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy.
Sorry about that. We will play that ad a little bit later. Evanston and Cheyenne East back in action. Evanston trailing 13-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as the first points in the second quarter taken by Cheyenne East. Stacia Barker, though, from the left block, off the glass and in. And the Red Devils respond quickly. 13-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Stacia with the 2 points for Evanston in the second quarter. Lillidahl on the left side. Jump pass back over to the right wing. Double teamed is Jacobson, back to Lillidahl. Alvarado. Emma Jacobson driving in and back over to Alvarado, trying to set up something. Evanston playing tough zone defense. A 3-ball from Alvarado at the top of the circle falls through. And it is 16-6 timeout called. We will take it as well. Red Devils trail on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 16-6 on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Lady Basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
The importance of saving and learning how to use money wisely can be taught from a very young age. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we offer youth accounts to help kids learn to save, borrow, and spend responsibly. Our youth accounts are special, just like the kids in our community. Check out our See You Grow, See You Learn, and See You Prosper accounts for kids 0 to 18. These accounts are great to start managing finances. Open a youth account today for $1. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
Welcome back to Story Gymnasium. Evanston down by 10 here in this one, but an inbound pass to Stacia Barker to start it off after a big shot by Stacia Barker. Malia Wilson across the timeline. She dribbles the ball behind her back to try to dodge Lillidahl. Looking for Emily Sawyer. Great pass by Mia Barker. Sawyer goes from the left block, and it's in. And that's how Evanston is probably going to make the scoring happen for the Red Devils. Alvarado, right side block, off of the glass and good. And Alvarado is having herself a quarter right here. Evanston trailed by 7. Malia Wilson is mugged and they take the ball away. Trying to find Fonseca. Right side 3 by Jacobson. Too hard. Rebound by Wilson, who gets her revenge, and she's fouled. It'll be on Lillidahl. Bowden Lillidahl picks up her first foul. Mackenzie Porter is going to come in for Cambria Brown. She'll join Emily Sawyer, Stacia Barker, Malia Wilson, and Mia Barker. Long pass, finds Sawyer, and they'll hand off to Wilson as she goes across the center court stripe. Dribbles to the free throw line, distributes to Mia Barker, who has been good at distributing the ball. Malia Wilson, top of the circle 3, no good. That ball is down, and it is out of bounds. Last touch before it goes across the right sideline is Cheyenne East. So Mia Barker will inbound it. Lob pass to Wilson at the point. She tells everybody to slow down. Let's run the play. Finds Sawyer at the free throw line, who finds Barker. Right block. Great teamwork. Barker puts it in off the glass, and the Red Devils are looking good here. Looked like something just happened that makes Evanston happy. It's an off-ball foul, a hold on East. The second foul on 44. I don't have a 44 on my roster. As Mia Barker gets ready to inbound it. Nope. Actually, I think they called a hold on Stacia as Fonseca goes to the charity stripe. So Stacia gets her second foul of the game. And Fonseca will take free throws. Aren't free throws brought to you by Energy Software Solutions. Stacia Barker comes out. Mackenzie Porter comes in. Actually, Cambria Brown, who just came out, just went in. And now it's off the free throw is off the back iron, and they jumped. A jump by East cost them the play. The score is 18-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and Evanston will inbound it. Second foul on Emma Jacobson, so they didn't jump. It was actually an off-ball foul trying to get the rebound. Here at Story Gymnasium, inbound to Porter. Goes across the time. And now Porter with tough defense from Alvarado. Goes Malia Wilson left side. Back to Sawyer at the free throw line. Tries to find Mia Barker in the key, but the pass is picked off by Alvarado. She rushes across the timeline. Left side, Bowden Lejedahl, who thought about taking a 3. Instead, she distributes a pass, trying to find Jardine, but Mia Barker deflects it out of bounds, and the Red Devils will get them to slow things down. Brady Schlabs will inbound for the Thunderbirds. Finds Lillidahl, who drives to the free throw line, puts the shot up and draws the foul. It's going to be on Cambria Brown. That's her second one of the game. So Lillidahl, who has not been to the free throw line yet today, will shoot Independent Software Solutions free throws. It looks like Kendall Fessler and Heidi Barton both getting ready to check in for the game as Lillidahl splashes the first one through. It's a 9-point lead for Cheyenne East with 5 minutes left in the first half. Coming out is Malia Wilson and Mia Barker. Barton and Kendall Fessler join the group that consists of Johnson, Sawyer, and Porter. She splashes the second one through, and Lillidahl's made it 20-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Barton drives to the right side. Passes to Porter at the top of the key. Back out to Fessler. She drives towards the point. Sawyer at the top of the circle, who hit a 3-ball last night against Central, distributes to Porter on the right side. She goes back to the top. Back to Fessler. Calling for it in the corner was Barton. Instead, it'll be Porter at the top of the circle. Fessler trying to make some penetration as they distribute to Johnson at the free throw line. She drives to the left side of the key. Is there a shot there? No. We'll go back to Porter at the top of the circle. Evanston having a hard time penetrating this defense from Cheyenne East. Jump shot from left side. 3-throw line by Sawyer. No good. And Cheyenne East taking it the other way. Alvarado into the key. Back out to Lillidahl. Travel. Evanston gets the ball back. Red Devils trail 20-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard with 4:04 remaining in this first half. Across the timeline, Barton. Back over to Porter on the right side. She floats one, looking for Sawyer, who uses her long arms to pull it in as it was a little wild and goes right back out to Porter. Barton at the top of the circle, drives to the free throw line, bounce pass, Porter in the right wing. Finds Lily Johnson at the free throw line, back to Fessler, left side elbow, jump shot too strong, right into the hands of Lillidahl. Alvarado on the run, goes to the right side, block, goes around Barton and puts it up and in on the layup. 22-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Timeout called. Red Devils trail by 12 here in the second quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy board on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
The importance of saving and learning how to use money wisely can be taught from a very young age. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we offer youth accounts to help kids learn to save, borrow, and spend responsibly. Our youth accounts are special, just like the kids in our community. Check out our See You Grow, See You Learn, and See You Prosper accounts for kids 0 to 18. These accounts are great to start managing finances. Open a youth account today for $1. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
The spot, Story Gym here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. The game, Evanston versus Cheyenne East. The score, 22-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. As Evanston drives for offense. Top of the circle, 3 from Porter. That one off the front iron right into the hands of Lillidahl. And now we see Cheyenne East go again. Lillidahl. 3-ball, right side, rings around and drops in. That is the second time she's done that in this game. It's 25-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Porter across the center court stripe, loses the handle, has to retreat back a little bit. Lillidahl on defense to her. Ball is bopped across the left sideline by Lillidahl, and Evanston gets it back. Kendall Fessler is going to check in. Porter comes out. She'll join Barton, Mia Barker, Emily Sawyer, and Lily Johnson. Inbound to Barton as she's standing around the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Story Gym. Distribute left side, Mia Barker from the block. Jump shot too strong off of that back iron. And East takes it again. In transition, bounce pass to Marshall. Back over to Schlabs. Jacobson calls for it, drives to the key. Lillidahl from halfway between the free throw line and the rim puts it up and in. Barton with the basketball makes one Thunderbird miss, and Barton drives immediately to the free throw line, distributes to Fessler on the left wing, who travels. 27-10 as Malia Wilson comes back into the game. Red Devils trail by 17. Slowing it down, Schlabs for the Thunderbirds. 2 minutes and change left in this first half. Schlabs, light pass that bounces over to Jacobson. Back over to Alvarado, drive to the right block, distribute, right side, Fonseca, 3. That one directly into the hands of Malia Wilson, who wrestles it away from Cheyenne East. She's across the timeline already, Great power shown by Malia Wilson to get that ball back for Evanston after the missed shot. Trying to find Barton, but it is off target. Barton falls to the ground. Trying to get the pass, but it falls over the left sideline. Nayeli Mota will come in for Malia Wilson, and it'll be Mia Barker, Heidi Barton, Nayeli Mota, Kendall Fessler, and Lily Johnson. Alvarado tries to pass to Fonseca on the left side, and Mia was there to deflect it across the sideline. Alvarado to inbound it again. Schlabs with it around the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Story Gymnasium. Driving to the right block, and her shot goes wild. It looked like she was trying to draw a foul, but no contact was made, and Evanston gets the ball back on the turnover. Inbound to Heidi Barton, and away we go. 1 minute, 15 seconds and counting left in the first half. Barton across the timeline, goes to Fessler on the left side. Long pass to Mota on the right wing, and it inbound, trying to get the pass in the key, not inbound, in the key to Lily Johnson, and she's fouled. It's the first one on Kira Walsh, and Evanston will be inbounding it under the Cheyenne East net. Inbound to Johnson, quickly back out to Mota. Over to Barton on the right side. Lob pass looking for Johnson. It's over her and picked up by Lillidahl. Here come the Thunderbirds. Right side, quick pass over to Walsh. Lillidahl, right side three from way downtown. Gets that one to go, and that is 6 points from beyond the arc in this quarter alone. 30-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Barton on the right side, back over to Mota at the top of the circle. Long pass back, Mia Barker in the right corner. She takes a step inside the elbow, then retreats, goes right back to Lily Johnson at the point. Kendall Fessler now driving into the key. Tough defense, stolen by Lillidahl. And Cheyenne East with another one as seconds wind down. 18 left in the half. Top of the circle three by Schlabs, and it is good. 33-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And as time ticks off, 4 seconds left. Fessler across the timeline, long three-point attempt, and it's in! Oh my goodness! Fessler from it halfway between the top of the arc and the 10-foot line on the volleyball court, lets it fly before the buzzer goes off. It bounces off of the rim and drops in. What a shot by Kendall Fessler. And that is how the first half ends. The score at the half on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 33-13. Thunderbirds on top. We'll be right back after this with our Independent Software Solutions halftime show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call, 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome to the Independent Software Solutions halftime show. Independent Software Solutions, let us be your IT guy. Let's go ahead and start with kind of a rundown of how things have gone so far. In the first quarter, it was a big run by Cheyenne East before the Lady Red Devils were able to get their first points. They outscored the Red Devils in the first quarter 11-4, but it was in the second quarter where things kind of got a little bit out of control, but Evanston did have a productive quarter on their own. A huge run by Cheyenne Central. It was a 5-point game at one point, and then Cheyenne Central went on a, I got to do the math, make sure I'm doing it right, an 18-0 run, taking it from 15-10 to 33-10 before right at the halftime buzzer, we saw Kendall Fessler hit a three-quarter shot to end that run. 21-9 is what the Thunderbirds outscore the Red Devils, and the score at the half is 33-13. By the way, our first half highlights brought to you by Edward Jones, Brandon Day. Put the power of personal attention to work for you with Edward Jones. Tailored strategies, personalized service, and long-term financial solutions. Call Brandon Day with Edward Jones to schedule an appointment at 307-789-0925. Let's go through some stats first for Cheyenne East. Ruby Jacobson on the stat sheet with 2. Brady Schlabs with 3. Cheyenne Alvarado with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Darcy Jardine with a couple. And Ashley Marshall with 2. Leading Cheyenne East is Bowden Lillidahl with 3, 9, 10, 11 points in the first half. For the Evanston Red Devils, Mia Barker with a couple. Cambry Brown 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's got 2. 3 for Kendall Fessler, 2 for Emily Sawyer, and a team-leading 4 for Stacia Barker. That is your first half highlights brought to you by Edward Jones, Brandon Day. Put the power of personal attention to work for you with Edward Jones. Tailored strategies, personalized service, and long-term financial solutions. Call Brandon Day with Edward Jones to schedule an appointment at 307-789-0925. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have our scores from around the state as well as a conversation with Coach Rob Watsabaugh, the boys' coach, about the game that happened last night against Cheyenne Central. On the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN and mylocalradio.com.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Welcome back to the halftime show, brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. Independent Software Solutions. Let us be your IT guy. Well, let's go ahead and look at some scores from around the state on the girls' side. Last night, it was a big day for 4A basketball. As we bring those score up, Cheyenne East over Green River. We talked about it earlier. So this team right here, it was a 4 versus 5 matchup. Cheyenne East 56, Green River 36. Cheyenne South edging out Rock Springs 45-42. Kelly Walsh edging out Laramie 56-55. And then, of course, Cheyenne Central taking care of Evanston 40-29. Let's see what we can find for our neighbors in Uinta County. Of course, that's the Bridger Valley. Mountain View, the number 2 team in the girls' rankings, on top of Wheatland 42-36. Today, games happening around the state. Cheyenne South at Natrona County. Rock Springs at Laramie. Green River over at Cheyenne Central right now. Cheyenne South at Kelly Walsh. And then, of course, we've got Douglas, number 1 in the 3A at 4A Riverton. As well as number 5 Lyman at number 3 Warland as part of the Pinedale Winter Classic, and number 2 Mountain View at Campbell versus Campbell County at the Pinedale Winter Classic. So that is what's going on around the state. We're about 2 minutes away from getting started. We talked about Rob Watsabaugh possibly coming up and joining us during the halftime show of the girls' game to talk about the game against Cheyenne Central yesterday. He must have gotten busy, and as a coach, we completely understand it. So we're going to go ahead and excuse him from this one. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have the third quarter. It's going to be a good one. Evanston currently trailing 33-13, but the Red Devils with some momentum going into the half after a three-quarter shot by Kendall Fessler at the buzzer. Also, really quick, there's a football game going on involving, I think, everybody, Wyoming's favorite NFL team, of course, Josh Allen's Buffalo Bills. In the third quarter with 14-14 left, it is 14-10 Bills. Bills have the ball, 1st and 10 on the Buffalo 40. We'll be right back with the second half after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 and live video online at mylocalradio.com. This has been the Independent Software Solutions Halftime Show. Independent Software Solutions, let us be your IT guy.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Well, here we go. The third quarter getting ready to start as we put 8 minutes on the clock. Red Devils trail Cheyenne East, the number 4 team in the state according to the latest coaches poll brought to you by WyoPreps and WyoPreps.com. They're the number 4 team, and Red Devils get the inbound pass to start the second half. Barton drives to the right side, trying to find the elbow. Instead, retreats out, goes to Kembry Brown at the top of the circle. The senior takes the dribble and now drives towards the right side. Tough defense by Alvarado, causing Brown to hand off to Barton. She's now driving towards the left corner. Back over to Mota at the point. Tough man-to-man being played by Cheyenne East once again. Mota from the right block puts the shot up. It goes high, but nowhere near where it needs to be. And now Cheyenne East going the other way. Lilladal, who has got 11 points in the first half with the basketball, driving towards the right elbow, now retreating back towards the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Story Gym. Lilladal, also the Defensive Player of the Year in 4A volleyball last year. Lilladal through to Red Devils, bounces it off the glass, and gets it to fall through. It is 35, and Evanston quickly turns the ball over, and we're going again. This time it's going to be Emma Jacobson who comes in and deposits the ball into the net. Evanston has got to get some defensive stops, and they've got to get some points. Otherwise, this is going to become one of those no-doubt games. Mia Barker goes to Heidi Barton on the left side. Back over to Nayeli Mota at the top of the circle. Mia Barker in the right corner. Stacia at the point. And now Cambry Brown driving towards the right elbow. Back over to Heidi Barton on the right side. Evanston trying to look for something. Goes to Brown, right side three. It's good from the corner. And Cambry Brown makes the three ball and ends the run. It's 37-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. That was a 4-0 run by East. Lillidahl goes into the corner to the free throw line, bounces one to Jardine, who's under the net, retreats to the left block, and puts the jump shot up. It hangs for a little bit, but it does drop in. 39-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Barton from the right elbow, off the back iron. She runs through the crowd, gets her own rebound, setting up Mota, left side three. That one off of the top of the iron and drops down to the hands of Cheyenne East. Lillidahl on the right corner, flings it over to Jardine at the free throw line. Alvarado at the top of the circle, driving to the left block, puts the runner, and it's taken away by Stacia Barker, who uses those arms to take it away. But the pass intended for Mota goes off target, crosses the timeline, and into the hands of Cheyenne East, setting up Jacobson for a runner from the key, but it's ripped away by Stacia Barker. Heidi Barton taking it for Evanston, trying to find Cambry Brown at the right block on the run, but the pass is just leading Brown a little bit too far. Emily Sawyer will check in for the Red Devils. So does Abby Rigby and Caitlin DeRue. So you've got Sawyer, Mia Barker, Stacia Barker, Abby Rigby, and Caitlin DeRue on the court for Evanston. Lillidahl charges across the timeline. Back to Alvarado, right block, one-handed shot. That one hits the glass, rattles around, and drops through. Right now, the bucket is being very friendly to Cheyenne East. DeRue goes to Rigby on the left side. Tough defense by Alvarado. Back to Stacia at the point. Caitlin DeRue on the right. Quick pass over to Mia Barker at the top of the circle. She gets called for a travel as she's trying to drive into the key. And the turnover happens. 41-16. Cheyenne East on top of Evanston. Cheyenne East, the number 4 ranked team on the WYO Preps Coaches and Media poll. Alvarado on the right side. Slings it over to Schlabs, back to Alvarado. Schlabs and Alvarado just going back and forth, waiting for their opportunity to strike. Alvarado finally bounces one around, goes to Marshall, back to Alvarado. Schlabs, left side three, left center three, too strong, into the hands of, it looks like, first it bounced into the hands of Marshall, but Sawyer was there to cause the jump ball. Possession arrow pointing at East. Emma Jacobson inbounds to Alvarado, drives the right side of the key. Long pass, left side three by Schlabs. That one way too hard off of the iron. Pulled down by DeRue, and Evanston's got it. DeRue tries to get the pass, but it's bopped out of bounds by Jacobson as she was trying to go for the steal, but she gets a hand on it. It goes over DeRue and across the baseline. Evanston will inbound it under their own net. So now we'll see the inbound pass from Rigby. DeRue across the timeline in Evanston, trying to get something to go. DeRue hits the deck. The ball is loose, picked up by Cheyenne East. Jacobson is going to get to the net uncontested on the layup off the glass and in. That was Schlabs, my apologies. It's 43-16. And a foul called on Cheyenne East, or a turnover of some type. It is a foul. It is on Bree Schlabs, her first one of the game. Rigby inbounds to Daru, goes across the timeline. It was an inbound at the scores table. Daru is down, and she is not getting up as Schlabs rushes to the net and gets the shot. But it's a miss. Mia Barker fouls her to stop the play, and Daru is on the ground, doubled over. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back. Actually, no, Daru is already coming off on her own power with some assistance from her father, Coach Dave Daru. We hope everything is okay there. Heidi Barton going to the scorers table as Evanston fouled on the drive. Stacia Barker will come out. Inbound quickly for Cheyenne East. Fonseca. Lillidahl on the right side, bounce pass around. Barker setting up Lillidahl, open three-pointer in the corner, and there's a foul that happened on the shot. Lillidahl will get 3. I don't know what the foul was. They're saying it's a push on Mia Barker. So they're saying it's on the drive, so it looked like Lillidahl was lining up to take free throws, but they say no, it's on the drive. And now Cheyenne East will inbound it under Evanston's basket. Right side 3 by Schlabs. That one splashes through. And it's 46-16. A 30-point lead for Cheyenne East. Barton goes over to Rigby across the timeline. Back over to Barton. She's just crossing the 10-foot line in the volleyball court here at Cheyenne East. Right side 3 by Cambry Brown, who hit one already. Off the front iron, pulled down by Lillidahl, but immediately she's swarmed by 2 Red Devil players. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointed in the right direction. Evanston gets the ball. Inbound for Cheyenne East, and there's a foul called. Contact made. Or sorry, Evanston got the foul. Emily Sawyer received a hold from Fonseca, and now Sawyer will shoot Independent Software Solution free throws. Independent Software Solutions, let us be your IT guy. Sawyer with the shot. That one too weak off the front iron. So she'll get one more. Sawyer bounces it around and sends the second one on the way. That one off the back iron. Rebound by Sawyer. Jump shot from the free throw line. Off the front iron, and Cheyenne East gets it. We're going from left to right now for the Thunderbirds. Long pass left side over to Marshall. She drives to the free throw line, puts the shot up. It is out of bounds. Nobody touched it. They tried to draw the foul. No contact was made. It's over the baseline, and Evanston inbounds after the turnover. Sawyer will come out. Evanston has Mia Barker, Stacia Barker, Heidi Barton, Abby Rigby, and Cambry Brown. Barton across the timeline with Schlabs in tow. Driving towards the left corner. They need something big here to try to stop the bleeding and get some momentum back. Rigby, tough defense being played there by Marshall. Mia Barker tries to send the shot from the just under the basket, and the key draws the foul. Contact made by Cheyenne East. It is on number 21, Fonseca, who picks up her second foul in a row, and Mia Barker will shoot Independent Software Solutions free throws. Excuse me. First one from Mia Barker, front iron, back glass, rolls around and drops in. Mia Barker ends the run at 7 for Cheyenne East. Barker again. That one splashes through, so Barker with 4 points in the game, and it's still a big lead for Cheyenne East, but Evanston putting on the press. Lillidahl across the timeline. Finds Jardine, left block, she was open, and she goes off the glass. For those of you listening on mylocalradio.com, Darcy Jardine is a 6'4" junior, and we've got another loose ball and another Evanston player on the ground. This time it's Heidi Barton. Jardine picks up 2 points, so did Schlabs. So 4 more points, and we are going to keep it right here as good news, Caitlin DeRue is up and coming in, but Heidi Barton does come to the scorer's table holding her head. Hopefully she is okay. Evanston needs her as she provides some range. Red Devils inbound after the score by Cheyenne East. DeRue drives the right side corner. Cambria Brown off the top of the backboard, pulled down by Kira Walsh. Alvarado across the timeline. Hands off to Walsh, top of the circle. Rigby picks her up, drives to the free throw line. Back over to Lillidahl. She goes for the runner. That one no good. Rebound by Evanston. Both Evanston, Rigby and Brown were there. And whoever had the ball gets called for a travel. So a turnover. Lillidahl will inbound it under the Evanston basket. Quick pass to Walsh. Trying to find Lillidahl in the left corner, but it is deflected across the baseline by the Red Devils. Cambria Brown comes out. Emily Sawyer comes in. She'll join Caitlin DeRue, Stacia Barker, Mia Barker, and Abby Rigby. Cheyenne East inbounded again under the Evanston bucket. Finds Jardine. Now in the left corner is Lillidahl. Back to the point goes the sophomore, Bowden Lillidahl, driving to the right side of the key. And now it looks like Ruby Jacobson distributes to Jardine on the left side. Her shot is up, no good. Evanston deflects it across the right sideline. And now Lillidahl inbound it again from that right sideline in front of her own bench. Float pass. Back to Lillidahl at the top of the key. Now we find it is going to be Alvarado setting up Jardine from the left block. Way too strong, easily pulled down by sophomore Emily Sawyer. Junior Rigby finds Sawyer at the left block, cut off by Jardine, and she gets called for a travel. Thunderbirds will take over with 37.5 seconds left in this third quarter. Inbound to Lillidahl. Across the center court stripe. Lillidahl back to Alvarado on the left side, picked up by Caitlin DeRue. Really good to see her there. Jardine screens, but she is picked up by Stacia Barker. Her Alvarado shot from the right block, no good. Easily pulled down by Sawyer, and now DeRue takes it across the timeline for the Red Devils. Mia Barker on the left wing. Long pass to Rigby, right side three, yes! Abby Rigby splashes it through, and the Red Devils will end the third quarter with a positive. 50-21 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll be right back with quarter number 4. Red Devils trail on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston basketball and K9 at mylocalradio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Red Devils! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome to our fourth quarter. 50-21 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston trailing the number 4 team in the state, the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. As Evanston will send out Stacia Barker, Emily Sawyer, Abby Rigby, Heidi Barton, and Mia Barker to start this fourth quarter. We put 8 minutes on the clock and get ready to go. Alvarado will inbound it on the left sideline at the midcourt stripe. It is taken by Schlabs, who goes across the timeline with Heidi Barton in tow. Good to see her back in the game. Jacobson in the right wing, covered by Mia Barker. Driving to the right block, instead goes to the outside to Marshall. Back to Schlabs. Round the 10-foot line of the volleyball court here at Story Gymnasium. Driving to the left side is Maddie Jacobson from the key. No good, too strong. Easily pulled down by Sawyer. Barton now taking her time, goes across the timeline. Alvarado on defense. Mia Barker in the right corner. Back over to Stacia at the point. Lob pass to Emily Sawyer in the key. She puts the shot up, and there's a foul called on the rebound attempt after Sawyer missed it. And 3 players coming in for Evanston. It's going to be Porter for Mia Barker, Lily Johnson for Emily Sawyer, and Barton will come out. And that's Kendall Fessler. And the foul is actually correction on Evanston. The first foul on Abby Rigby. Charging through the key is Cheyenne, setting up Fonseca from the left block, pulled down by Stacia Barker as it was way too hard on the right block. Porter goes to Rigby, finds Johnson at the left block, spin move, tries for the jump shot, too short, pulled down by Stacia Barker, and she gets that third chance attempt to go. Stacia immediately says, go, go, go. Fonseca on the right elbow goes to Schlabs at the top of the key. 50-23 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Going down to the ground, taking the hit. Abby Rigby in the key, and they just say red ball. So Cheyenne Alvarado picks up her first foul. And Lily Johnson will inbound it after the offensive foul by Rigby. She comes to the bench. Cambry Brown comes in. Porter tries to float one to Brown. Stolen by Alvarado. Brown trying to get in front of her, and she eventually does to contest the shot. She misses it, hits the ground. It's wrestled away from Stacia, and there's a foul on the drive. Waiting to see who it is on. It is the... Anyway, it's a turnover. Did not see the foul. They didn't come over and report it to the scorer. As Alvarado with Johnson goes right side. Marshall back over to Fonseca. Long pass to Alvarado again. All this happening outside the circle with Alvarado at the top. Johnson on defense. Alvarado trying to work her way. Instead, it is taken and blocked by Stacia Barker. Alvarado tries a shot. Stacia uses those long arms to bump it down, and she passes to Porter. Now we find that is Brown to Fessler in the left block. She misses the shot, and there's a fight over the ball. Jump ball, possession arrow pointed at the red. No, it's a foul. It is a foul on the floor on Ruby Jacobson, her first of the game. And now the Red Devils will inbound it under the Cheyenne East net. Lob pass to Stacia Barker, who goes above the crowd to get it. Her shot is short, missed by Cambry Brown, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot Independent Software Solutions free throws. Cambry Brown, 2 for 2 from the line today. She got 2 in the first quarter. Independent Software Solutions, let us be your IT guy. First one from Brown. Rings around, little too hard, no good. She's got one more coming. 5:38 left in this fourth quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Red Devils trail 50-23. Next one from Brown off the front iron, no good, but rebound by Lily Johnson. Porter wants it in the left wing, goes to Fessler at the top of the circle. Kendall driving to the right block. Fakes him out and goes from the left, right block and in. What a play by Kendall Fessler. She faked a pass to Brown in the right wing, and everybody bit on it, leaving Kendall to drive to the right block and deposit it. Timeout call. We'll take it as well. Red Devils trail by 25 here in the fourth quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Evanston Regional Hospital, affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
Five minutes and change left in the fourth quarter, and the Red Devils trail by 25. ELAN OLLIFF here bringing you the action live from Story Gymnasium as the Red Devils trying to get something going in this fourth quarter. Cheyenne Central inbounds, and Alvarado with a long pass to Ruby Jacobson. Finds Jardine, left block, no good. That one rebound by Stacia Barker, and there's chaos. They finally go to Porter on the left side. She shakes one man across the timeline, charges to the free throw line. Open, Cambry Brown, right corner three, yeah! Yeah! Cambry Brown with 3 points. 28-50 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lob to Jacobson. Jardine charges into the key and draws the foul and one. Darcy Jardine gets the first points for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds and ends a 7-0 run in favor of Evanston. Jardine, her first trip to the free throw line. The foul is on Fessler. Her first one, Jardine completes the old school three-point play. And Red Devils taking across the timeline. It's Porter. Malia Wilson out there as well. Finds Stacia Barker at the free throw line extended right side. She goes back to the point. Back to Kendall Fessler in the left block. She's double teamed. Instead, goes to open Malia Wilson. Left center three, short and across the baseline. (53-28) the score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 4:25 remaining in this fourth quarter. Inbound quickly to Ruby Jacobson. Alvarado across the timeline. Waiting for is Johnson, but she goes to an open Jardine as Cheyenne East had numbers, and Jardine finishes it off. Long three from Kendall Fessler, right side, yes! Kendall Fessler with her second three ball of the game, and it might not be enough to get them back in this game, but Coach Fessler was wondering when the scoring was going to happen, and right now in this fourth quarter, they look pretty good. Mia Barker going to the scorer's table. Third foul on Lily Johnson, as we will see. It looks like Brady Schlabs shoot free throws, her first trip to the free throw line. Free throws brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. First one is up and good. Independent Software Solutions, let us be your IT guy. Abby Rigby, Mia Barker, and Emily Sawyer coming in for Mackenzie Porter, Lily Johnson, and Stacia Barker. Malia Wilson and Mia Barker still there, or Malia Wilson and Kendall Fessler still there, but just as I say that, Heidi Barton runs on to replace Kendall Fessler. Next free throw from Schlabs, hits the front iron, no good, and there is a dog pile for the ball, picked up by Cheyenne East, setting up Alvarado for a center right three ball, no good, and that one goes into the right corner. Trying to chase it down was Emma Jacobs, but she couldn't control it. Evanston will inbound from the right corner under their own net. Heidi Barton will go across the timeline, 3:47 and counting, trying to find Abby Rigby in the left wing, but it is sky high and over her head and across the baseline. Emma Jacobson to inbound for Cheyenne East. Kendall Fessler back in the game. Inbound quickly to Ruby Jacobson. Alvarado across the timeline, charging to the right block, puts the shot up over Emily Sawyer, and good. Alvarado with 2 more points, setting up Abby Rigby now with the ball. She's on the left block. Kenzie Porter wanting the ball in the left wing. Eventually she gets it. Back over to Fessler, top of the circle. Fessler with some tough defense, trying to find Rigby in the right wing, and the same thing. It leads her too far and goes over the baseline. Lillidahl back in the game, will take it over the center court stripe. And now distributes to Alvarado. Jacobson goes to the free throw line, setting up Jardine from the left block. Too strong, pulled down by Maddie Jacobson. That one weak, and it is covered up by Abby Rigby. The junior goes across the timeline, and now the Red Devils trying to set something up. Kendall Fessler in the right wing. Finds Emily Sawyer at the point. Rigby left side. Rigby for Mia Barker from the left block, too strong, and Cheyenne Central across the timeline with Lillidahl. Jacobson in the elbow, goes right back to Lillidahl on the right side. Bowden Lillidahl, I gotta double check this. According to this, she is a sophomore. Finds Jardine, left side. The junior shot is too strong, pulled down by Porter. Red Devils taking it the other way from right to left. Rigby to Mia Barker at the right block. No shot there. Setting up Porter. Left center 3. That one off of the iron. Hits the top of the backboard, so they call it out of bounds. Porter trying to make that 3 ball, and now a fresh lineup coming in for Cheyenne East as they get a round of applause from the East adoring fans. Evanston out there with Porter, Rigby, Fessler, Sawyer, and DeRue. Driving to the right side, Schlabs, left side block shot by Cheyenne East is good. That was Marshall, so 2 more points for Cheyenne East. Marshall with her 4 points in the game. DeRue on the left side, long pass to Kendall Fessler on the right side, 3. That one off the back iron, rebound by DeRue. She drives to the left block, hands off to Rigby, left elbow jump shot, no good. Rebound by Walsh for Cheyenne East, and the Thunderbirds taking their time. Less than 90 seconds remaining in this one. In the left elbow, Cheyenne East driving to the basket. Now back to the right block, shot well, way too short. Rigby loses the rebound, and White will shoot for Cheyenne East. Her shot well short, and Porter will now take the basketball. Throw across the timeline to DeRue. Bounce pass looking for Fessler, but it's behind her and across the baseline. 58.6 seconds separating Cheyenne East from a perfect 2-0 weekend after beating Green River last night. The Thunderbirds across the timeline, that's Schlabs. Back at the top of the circle, that's Mothy. Left side 3 from Cheyenne East is good. Give it to Schlabs. She's hit a 3 ball earlier, and it's 63-31 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Porter driving to the right side. Back over to Kendall Fessler in the right corner. Thought about taking a shot, but it slapped out of her hands. Caitlin DeRue finds Emily Sawyer. Left block off the window and in. So Sawyer picks up the points. And Cheyenne East with 16 seconds and counting. Driving into the key, almost uncontested, was Kira Walsh. 65-33, and now the Red Devils with 4 seconds left will have the final shot. Malia Wilson from the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Story Gymnasium launches the final shot. It's off the back iron and no good. Your final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, Cheyenne East 65, Evanston 33. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to have our abbreviated post-game show to get ready for the boys broadcast on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on My Local Radio and KNYN, mylocalradio.com.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy, so the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043. Welcome back to Story Gymnasium here in Cheyenne. It's time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meet. The final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard: the number 4 team in the state, Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, on top of the Evanston Red Devils. 33 for Evanston and 65 for Cheyenne East. It's Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meet. Well, the Thunderbirds got off to a flying start, outscoring the Red Devils 11-4 in the first quarter, including a big run, a 9-4 run, apologies. And then Evanston started to turn on the heat a little bit more. However, in the second quarter, Cheyenne East would go on an 18-0 run. The score at the half, 53-13. Then in the third quarter, Cheyenne East would go on another big run, a 9-0 run, making it 17-7. And then in the fourth quarter, Evanston would go on a 7-0 run before Cheyenne East would respond and eventually close it out on a 8-2 run. Final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 65-33 Cheyenne East over Evanston. It's time for your Dr. Jared Barton play of the game. Dr. Jared Barton, General Surgeon. And that is going to go to Kendall Fessler. Right at the half, in between the half-court stripe and the 10-foot line on the volleyball court, launches a ball at the halftime buzzer, and it falls through to end that 18-0 run and give them some momentum heading into the locker room. Kendall Fessler, winner of your Dr. Jared Barton General Surgeon play of the game. Time for the Red Devil post-game stat report for the victorious Cheyenne Central Lady Thunderbirds. Ruby Jacobson with 2, Brady Schlabs with 12. She tied for the lead with Cheyenne Alvarado. Emma Jacobson with 4, Darcy Jardine with, sorry, I have to make a correction here. Darcy Jardine with 11, Bowden Lilladal with 13, Ashley Marshall with 2, and Kara Walsh with 2. For the Evanston Red Devils, 4 for Mia Barker, 3 for Abby Rigby after that big 3-ball she hit. Kendall Fessler gets 5. Emily Sawyer with 4, Stacia Barker with 6, and Cambry Brown, my goodness, gets 6 points from beyond the arc in the second half, giving her a total of 8. She leads the team. It's time for your Dr. McKay Franklin Precision play of the game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Dentistry for the entire family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. And we're going to give it to Cambry Brown.
The Red Devils needed precision shooting to kind of wake up their scoring, and they got it from the senior. So Cambry Brown goes out there and hits 2 from the beyond the arc in the second half. That is the recipient of your Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Dentistry for the entire family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we're going to set the scene for the boys' game on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
Trona Valley Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial institution. When you become a member, you are an owner of the credit union. We believe in people over profit, and that impacts the way we do business from our overall structure down to the smallest detail. Our philosophy sets us apart, and we're here for you. Earn more with our high-yield checking account, start a savings goal, check out our competitive loans, and much more. Become a member today. We're a caring partner dedicated to your financial success. Member NCUA.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty.
Where legendary customer service is not a myth.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankum. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankum the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankum. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Welcome back to Story Gymnasium. Let's go ahead and set the scene for this matchup between Evanston and the number 3 ranked Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. For the Thunderbirds, they come in with a perfect record of 4-0 last time they were out. They beat Green River last night, 79-68. The Thunderbirds, 75.5 points per game, the number 1 offense in the state, and 54.2 points per game defensively, the number 5 defense in the state. For the Evanston Red Devils, 0-4 last time they were out was last night against the number 1 ranked Cheyenne Central team. 63-25 the score, and what caused trouble for Evanston was when they able to slow the game down. They played with Cheyenne Central. At the end of the first quarter, it was 9-9, but then Cheyenne Central capitalized on some turnovers and some fast breaks and started to run away, and that's when that one ended. Right now, the Red Devils, that numbers on the screen on mylocalradio.com are incorrect. I forgot to update those, but I do have them in front of me. Evanston averaging 40 points per game and allowing 69 points per game. As I said last night, though, I do not believe that those numbers are indicative of the team that we have in Evanston. The Red Devils definitely looking to improve that, and they most certainly will. Let's go ahead and talk about the last time these two boys teams played. It was on January 9th, 2020 at Cheyenne East High School. I almost said here at Cheyenne East High School, but it was we're at Story Gym because of the damage done to the Cheyenne East High School gym due to a water pipe accident. 52 for Evanston, 81 for Cheyenne East. David Baxter, the senior at the time, 2 for 3 from three-point field goal range. Let's go ahead and look at the Wild Preps rankings. Number 5, Campbell County, led by Luke Ladke, 21.7 points per game. Number 4, the Bolts with the number 4 defense in the state. That surprises some people. 53.2 points allowed per game. This afternoon's opponent, Cheyenne Thunderbirds, Graydon Buell, the number 1 scorer in the state, 23.8 points per game, including 34 last night against Green River. Sheridan, number 2, number 1 defense in the state, 26 points allowed per game. And number 1, Cheyenne East, led by Nathaniel Talich at 19.5 points per game. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to have Coach Rusty Horsley of Cheyenne East on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Actually, looking at the scoreboard, we do not have time to play the interview with Coach Horsley, so we're going to go ahead and play our interview with Evanston coach Rob Watsabaugh. Here it is. Here with Evanston boys basketball head coach Rob Watsabaugh. I've got him on the phone. Coach Watsabaugh, thank you so much for taking the time. On Saturday, you guys are playing Cheyenne East, and that is a team that lost a lot of talent last year, but they still have Graydon Buell at the point, and who is one of the top distributors in the state. What do you guys plan on doing in order to kind of limit the damage that he is able to inflict against you guys on Saturday?
Yeah, it's quite a different story than the night before, as they are, quite a bit smaller, a little bit quicker, and Buell's a great player, and he's been a lot of people's conversations are possibly the best player in the state. We want to, try and just guard the ball and stay in front of them. We don't want to get beat on one-on-one drives where they beat our closeout, then that puts us in scramble mode, and we're having to, rotate and fly around the floor. And they do want to shoot some threes, and they're good at getting past your man and finding the open man. And like I said, quick kind of jitterbugs, and as long as we can, break down, we can close out, keep a man in front, and contest threes. We don't want to give up open threes, but at least have someone in front of them and contest a three-point shot.
Right now, the Thunderbirds boast the top offense in the state. Do you feel like you're going to have to ramp up your guys' offensive production to keep up with that, or do you hope that maybe you can slow down that top offense?
And part of slowing them down offensively would be no live ball turnovers. If we have live ball turnovers, that's going to be very hard for us to stop them in transition and getting easy baskets. If we can get a shot and we can bounce the floor and we have a set defense, I do believe our guys are going to work their tails off to make it difficult for them to score. But one thing in limiting, their offensive firepower is us taking care of the ball. If we're giving them easy looks, that's going to be, it's fuel to their fire if we have live ball turnovers.
That's Coach Rob Watsabaugh, head coach for Evanston boys basketball. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Anything else?
No, I appreciate the guys' support. We're excited to get back on the floor, on the road in Cheyenne, and we're looking forward to just continuing to get better, and we appreciate the support, and go Red Devils.
All right, well, we have a fast turnaround for this one as we go and give you our starting lineups. Since Evanston is on your screen, let's go ahead and give it to you first. Evanston starting the senior, number 2, Burke Thomas. Then the senior, number 3, Jagger Mitchell. And then a 5'7" junior getting his first varsity start, Junior Zaremo. And then 6'10", senior Wade Bowen. And then, of course, the senior Braxton Lind. Evanston, of course, coached by Rob Watsaba, his first year here with the program. As now we will see the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds, the number 3 team in the state on the latest YO Preps Coaches and Media Poll. Number 3, Jake Rail. Number 3, and by the way, Rail is a senior. Number 11 is senior McCoy Bush. Then there is number 13, Graydon Buell. 21, Coulter McAnally, and then 25, Jordan Conner. Evanston out there in their away reds. Evanston across the chest, white numerals with a navy blue outline. On Evanston, the E is made of that Pitchfork E logo, Cheyenne East in their white home uniforms with a pale blue numeral and a black outline. As we get ready for this matchup. Really quick turnaround there. Keep an eye on number 13, Graydon Buell. He's the one closest to your screen on mylocalradio.com. He is the state's leading scorer, and Evanston will be watching him as much as they can. Burke Thomas inbounds it, and away we go. Junior Zaremo goes across the timeline and then puts on the brakes, giving Conner a little bit of trouble. But I tell you what, just looking at this Cheyenne East team is quick. Jagger Mitchell standing on the 10-foot line of the volleyball court here at EHS, or Cheyenne East High School. Lind goes Mitchell in the right corner. Thought about taking a 3. Instead, he goes for Wade Bowen. Pass is taken, bopped away by McAnally. He drives to the left corner, blocked by big man Bowen, and Evanston takes it the other way. Burke Thomas in the left wing. Back to Junior Zaremo at the point. Zaremo bounce pass back to Burke in the left side. Screen by Lind sets him free, and now instead, Lind will get the ball, drive into the left block, and draw the foul. It's time for some points for Evanston here in this first quarter. It'll bring up a Brian Muffler inbound play. Brian's muffler as Burke Thomas sets up Jagger Mitchell. Left side 3, yes! And the Red Devils start off with the first blood. It's 3-0 Red Devils on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Right side dishes it over to Rail. Setting up Buell, left side 3. That one no good. Pulled down by Bush. Left side block, too strong. Bowen gets the rebound. By the way, inbound plays brought to you by Brian's Muffler Shop. Have all your muffler and brake work done by Brian's Muffler. Call 307-79-7021. They're open weekdays from 8 to 4. Braxton Lind at the point. Junior Zaremo on the right side, and there's a tie-up. Going to the ground to get the ball with Zaremo was Codner, and it is Cheyenne East basketball as they have the possession arrow. McCoy Bush will inbound it. And Jake Rail will take the point. Left side to Buell. Thought about taking a 3 ball, but Lind on defense. Instead, the ball is batted away. Connor gets it back, setting up Buell on the left side. Going to the key. Left side open 3. McAnally. That one too strong. Big man Bowen gets the board, and the Red Devils hold their 3-point lead. Thomas across the timeline. Find Lind at the free throw line. Jagger Mitchell, top of the circle three. He was open. That one off the front iron. Codner with the rebound. East takes it the other way quick. Rail to the left block. Goes around. Bounce pass. Trying to do a sneaky bounce pass around the Evanston defense. Looking for Buell. Buell was standing at the center right top of the circle, and it goes all the way into the right wing and across the baseline. Evanston inbounds it after the bad pass by Cheyenne East. Junior Zaremo gets rid of Codner, drives to the top of the circle three, transition off the front iron, no good. Rebound by Jake Rail. Do not know why that got so loud all of a sudden. Rail all the way to the left corner and looks for Codner. Pass bopped out of bounds across the left sideline by Burke Thomas. Red Devils lead 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 5:18 in this one in the first quarter. Rail gets the inbound pass, standing on the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at Story Gymnasium. Back to Buell on the left side. Rail back again at the top of the circle. Jagger Mitchell playing defense on him. McAnally right side to Buell, back to Rail. Codner in the wing. Over to Rail. Buell now takes a step back, tries to figure out where he's going to go. Great defense by Braxton Lind, and Wade Bowen keep him from getting the easy shot off, and he draws the foul. So Buell will go to the free throw line. It'll be the first foul on Braxton Lind. Red Devils lead 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 4:50 remaining in the first. Buell with the first Norco free throw, and he sinks it. Nothing but net. You'll find a full line of gas and welding equipment plus other supplies at Norco locations across Wyoming. In Evanston, visit Norco at 95 Independence Drive, Norco. Buell with the next one, and it's good, and it is 3-2. Full court press put on by the Thunderbirds, and Evanston can't get the pass off legally, and it's a turnover. Now Cheyenne East with a chance to take the lead under the Evanston basket as they'll inbound it. Goes to Buell, who's double teamed, spins around Braxton Lind and makes contact with Lind. And Buell will draw another foul. 2 quick fouls on Braxton Lind. He fouled out last night. Would love to avoid that. Stetson Wiedrich at the scorer's table for the Red Devils. Buell to shoot more Norco free throws. First one off the back iron, no good. So the best Buell can do in this attempt is tie it up. Braxton Lind comes out. Stetson Wiedrich comes in. He'll join Thomas, Mitchell, Bowen, and Zaremo. Second free throw on the way is good. So it is a tie ball game. 3-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Wiedrich, inbound pass stolen by Cheyenne East, but Wiedrich gets it back as they try to pass it around as well. Mitchell, double team, goes to Burke Thomas. Across the timeline to a quick pass, left side corner. Junior Zaremo for three. It bounces around, no good. Pulled down by Cheyenne East. Thunderbirds taking it the other way. Quick basketball happening here at Story Gymnasium. Codner, open three, left center, no good. Pulled down by Bowen, and now the Red Devils with the basketball. They're going to try to slow it down. Jagger Mitchell with his hands up, calling for it in the right wing. Thomas standing on the 10-foot line on the volleyball court. Bounce pass to Junior Zaremo. It's deflected out of bounds across the right sideline by Codner. Gavin Goff checking in for Cheyenne East, as well as Garrett Schlabs. Burke Thomas will inbound it in front of the Cheyenne East bench. Goes to Junior Zaremo. He's standing close to that center court circle, taking his time. Schlabs playing defense on him. Bounce pass to Stetson Wiedrich. Stolen, but stolen back by Zaremo. Jagger Mitchell in the right corner. Thought about taking a three. Instead, he'll go to Zaremo in the right corner for three. Too weak, just barely pulled down by Cheyenne Central. Schlabs across the timeline. Cheyenne East, rather, setting up Buell for a long three-pointer on the right side. Good. And Buell makes it a three-point game. 6-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. And a turnover by Evanston right after the inbound pass. Jake Rail will inbound it. Goes to Connor on the left side. Quickly moving the ball back to Schlabs. And Evanston fouls Rail after he gets the pass from the left wing trying to drive in. Jagger Mitchell made contact. Third foul on the Red Devils. 1 on Cheyenne East so far. Schlabs will inbound it. Bounce pass to Gavin, who puts his shot up. It's no good. Bowen goes up and gets the rebound, but there's a push-off ball. Second foul on Cheyenne East, and it'll be on number 35, Dominic Wilkins. Inbound to Burke Thomas. He's double teamed. They go right back to Jagger Mitchell. Zaremo on the left side. Back over to Burke at the top. Bounce past Jagger Mitchell. Left side three. Corner. Yeah! Jagger Mitchell ties the game up. Buell on the right side, covered by Burke Thomas. He gets into the triple team. His shot is no good, and that one is out of bounds across the baseline. Last touch was Buell. Evanston gets the ball back. Here we go. Stetson Wiedrich to inbound it. Quickly to Burke Thomas. Back to Jagger, who I guarantee you they have keyed in on. Stetson Wiedrich trying to go across the timeline, and he does. Hands off to Burke Thomas. The senior standing on the 10-foot line of the volleyball court flings it over to Jagger Mitchell in the right corner. He thought about taking another three, but he's covered. Instead, he goes to Wade Bowen, back to Jagger around the 10-foot line, who goes to Zaremo. Quick pass to Burke Thomas in the left wing. Screen set beautifully by Wiedrich. Back to Jagger Mitchell at the top of the key. Bounce pass. Here comes Bowen trying to go for the slam dunk as he saw a gap, but he gets called for a travel. Jake Rail will come in for Codner. And that's who will get the inbound pass as well. Rail across the timeline. Back to Schlabs. Graydon Buell, top of the circle. Takes a step back and instead goes right side. Back to Rail. Actually, that's Schlabs, my apologies. Rail now at the point with Jagger Mitchell on defense. Schlabs in the right wing with Junior Zaremo covering him. Graydon Buell with the basketball at the top of the circle. Drives to the left block. Puts the shot up. He hangs for a minute trying to get the height over Burke Thomas, and that's exactly what he gets. It's 8-6. Graydon Buell over Jagger Mitchell, as those are the only two guys that have put points up so far. Wade Bowen at the free throw line. Hands off to Jagger. He drives to the right side block, puts the shot up. Rebound by big man Bowen. Back to Jagger. Right side three. That one off the back iron. Another rebound for Bowen. He goes off the glass. It's too strong. Finally pulled down by East. Buell on the left side. Goes to the free throw line. Distributes right side. Here comes the shot for Cheyenne East. Number 35. There's no number 35 on this roster. Anyway, 3 more points for Cheyenne East. Long two. So Red Devils trail by 4. Evanston trying to pass it on the Cheyenne East side of the court, and it goes across the line. Hayden Pafford will come in for Cheyenne East. Rail across the timeline, goes to the left elbow. Long 2-point shot, nothing but net. They lead by 6, 12-6 with 46 seconds left in the first. Jagger Mitchell goes across the timeline. He's got Graydon Buell on him. Tanner Newsom in the left corner. Driving towards the free throw line, puts the brakes on. Long pass to Jagger Mitchell, has to jump to keep it in bounds, but the pass to Junior Zaremo is off target, and it results in a quick bucket by Garrett Schlabs. 14-6 with 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Junior Zaremo on the right side. Across the timeline. Dribbling towards the right again, trying to motion them over. Zaremo Goes to Jagger Mitchell, but he held on to the ball too long. Turnover with 5.3 seconds left. And now Garrett Schlabs will inbound it. It's Graydon Buell who picks it up, goes across the center court stripe, rushes over by Wade Bowen, goes to the right corner for three at the buzzer. It's too soft and off target, and that is how the first quarter ends. It's a 8-point lead for Cheyenne East. It's 14-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. On a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit MyLocalRadio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Welcome back to Story Gym, getting ready to start the second quarter, and it's an 8-point lead for East, 14-6. Evanston, their 6 points all coming from beyond the arc, courtesy of senior Jagger Mitchell. As Tanner Newsom will get ready to inbound it at the center court stripe. Evanston moving left to right, goes to Burke Thomas, who just came in for junior Zaremo. Thomas across center court, and now goes Tanner Newsom. Out there with Thomas and Newsom is Mitchell, Wiedrick, and Bowen, who tries to take the pass in the left block, but it's deflected out of bounds by number 21. That is Coulter McAnally. Newsom will inbound it. Long pass to Burke Thomas on the left side. He's immediately covered there by Schlabs. Back to Burke Thomas on the right. He's trying to get some type of open shot. Jagger Mitchell in the left corner, who's double teamed. He goes to the left side of the key. Jump shot too strong, pulled down by Cheyenne East in traffic. And now the Thunderbirds moving across. Jagger Mitchell trying to play tough defense on Rail, but he gets around him and puts in the layup from right dead center of the key. And it is 16-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 7:11 remaining in the first half. Burke Thomas, Jagger Mitchell on the left side. Jagger loses control. He's open, gets the ball back. Newsom goes to Burke again. Jump shot from the free throw line. That one's in, nothing but net. And Burke Thomas cuts the gap to 8. Rail, bounce pass around to McAnally. He loses the ball. Rail picks it back up. Free throw line jump shot. Rolls around. Good rebound by Jagger Mitchell, who gets it back. He immediately gives it back to Burke as they're going to try to calm things down. Thomas to the right side, hands off to Newsom. Bounce pass to Stetson Wiedrick at the free throw line. Back to Newsom at the block, puts the shot up. He gets called for a travel. There was contact made, but he gets called for a travel. Inbounding will be McCoy Bush for the Thunderbirds, and Graydon Buell, the #1 scorer in the state, and also the #1 scorer on this game. Codner goes right back to Buell. He drives to the key, distributes right side, wide open 3 attempt by Bush, no good, pulled down by Rail. Codner gets a second chance attempt, it's no good. Rebound by McAnally, blocked by Bowen. Bowen with the block. And Evanston with the ball, but they lose it quickly over the timeline. Here comes Cheyenne East again after the turnover by Evanston. Left side to McAnally, drives to the left side block, and did Zaremo get there to plant his feet? No, there is no call. Zaremo got there, and it looked like his feet were planted. McAnally runs over him, gets the 2 points. No call made. Evanston not believing what they just saw. Bounce pass, Burke Thomas to Tanner Newsom, back to live action. Zaremo quickly back to Burke. Screen set by Stetson Wiedrich. Jump shot left wing from, or elbow from Thomas is good. And it's 18-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Here comes another runner from Buell. He comes in from the left wing to the left block and drops it in there. Scoring was at a premium in that first quarter, not so anymore. Burke Thomas, bounce pass back to Zaremo. Going to the free throw line, thought about taking a shot. Instead, he goes out to Newsom, back to Burke in the right side. Thomas to the free throw line, the left block, the layup off the glass and in. Burke Thomas has got 6 points in this quarter. He had nothing in the first, but he's coming alive now. Graydon Buell to the right block, distributes to open Connor on three, goes to rail, center right three. That one just rings around. Second chance by McAnally, no good. Third chance by McAnally is good and draws the foul. It's 22 points for the Cheyenne Thunderbirds and 12 for Evanston. Peyton Cornea just checked in for Wade Bowen. He joins Wiedrich, Newsom, Thomas, and Zaremo. Shot by McAnally, no good. Cornea races to get the rebound, and now Evanston takes it the other way. Red Devils down by 10. Hand off to Zaremo. And he goes to the top of the circle, and he is fouled. No, they're going to call a jump ball in the left corner, or in the left side of the key. Zaremo shook Connor, and then Connor on the ground gets up, and then it's the East Thunderbirds tie up Zaremo for the jump ball. So Cheyenne East inbound it. Codner. Buell on the right side. Lob pass back to Codner. Open three, left corner. That one too strong. Rebound by Goff. Buell gets it again. Drives to the right side. Goes over Junior Zaremo. This time they get the offensive foul. On Graydon Buell. Jagger will come in for Zaremo. He'll join Thomas, as well as Wiedrich, Cornea, and Newsom. Jagger, who was on fire in that first quarter. Hands off to Burke Thomas. Back to Jagger, left side. Covered by Schlaps. Or Rail, my apologies. Thomas on the left side. Back to Jagger. They're trying to open something up. And there's an offensive foul called. Didn't see what the call. It was an off-ball offensive foul, a push on Stetson Wiedrich. His first of the game. So, with 3:23 left in the first half, it is a 10-point lead for Cheyenne East. Jake Rail with the ball. Goes left side to Schlabs. Goes to Gavin. Pass intercepted by Jagger Mitchell. He's on the run. Left block. And the pass is bopped out of his hands as he goes up by Gavin Goff. Great interception by Jagger Mitchell. He was on his own. Goff came up. Mitchell goes for the shot, the layup, and it's bopped and it's slapped out of his hands. Burke Thomas on the left side gets the inbound pass from Newsom. Back over to Burke Thomas on the 10-foot line of the volleyball court here at Story Gymnasium. Tanner Newsome on the left side. Back, long pass, Burke Thomas in the right corner. He goes for three, and he splashes it through. Burke Thomas makes it a 7-point game. Quick transition for Cheyenne East. Schlabs from the right side, and he gets called for a travel. He gets called for a travel with 2:36 left in the half. Burke Thomas with 9 points in the second quarter. Inbound to Burke Thomas, picked up by Gavin Goff. Across the timeline, Burke goes. Goff tries to pick it away. He gets around him. Floater from the free throw line, and it is good. He is on fire. It's a 5-point lead for Cheyenne East. Evanston starting to claw back. Left side, Graydon Buell in the corner. That one through. And Buell gets the lead back out to 8. Mitchell takes the ball, goes across the timeline. Back over to Tanner Newsome on the right wing. Cornea sets the screen. Newsome at the free throw line. Makes one man kind of circle dodge, I guess you could call it, and shoots the shot from the free throw line, and Newsome hits it. The Red Devils are finding the net today. 6-point lead for Cheyenne East. Bounce pass to Gavin Goff. Distribute quickly to Buell. Left center three is good. And Buell is doing exactly what we thought he'd do. He's getting his, but you've got to shut him down and see if you can make someone else beat you. Newsome at the 10-foot line. Back to Jagger Mitchell on the right side. Jagger goes to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Burke Thomas, who calls for it. Quickly over to Newsome on the left. Tanner to the free throw line. Burke Thomas in the right corner. Thought about taking the shot. Good screen by Peyton Cornea. He gets the ball to Cornea. Back to Newsome in the left wing. Driving towards the key. Puts the runner off the glass and good. Tanner Newsome. Wow. 7-point lead for Cheyenne East with 50 seconds left in the half. Top of the circle three from Cheyenne East. Off the back iron. No good. Pulled down by the Thunderbirds. Setting up Buell for another three. That one rings around. No good. And the pass inbound after the rebound by Cheyenne East was intercepted by Wade Bowen. Burke Thomas quickly to Jagger Mitchell. Right side three. That one is just a touch too strong. Pulled down by number 32. We don't have a number 32 on the roster. Coming for Cheyenne East. Buell from the right side. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot Norco free throws. Are they going to count the points? They do. So it's 2 for Buell, and he'll shoot Norco free throws. Timeout called. Red Devils trail by 9 here to Cheyenne East on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Red Devils. West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
The final seconds of the first half, and Buell will shoot Norco free throws. You'll find a full line of gas and welding equipment plus other supplies at Norco locations across Wyoming and Evanston. Visit Norco at 95 Independence Drive, Norco. Gavin Buell shoots the free throw to try to complete the old school three-point play. Rebound by Cheyenne East. Buell with the chance left side. Stolen by Jagger Mitchell, and it's across the baseline, though. So with 17.6 seconds, rather, Cheyenne East will inbound it. It'll be Rail. Quickly over to McAnally. Codner with Burke Thomas on defense. And a travel called on Cheyenne East. Gavin Goff tried to drive into the lane, but he took one step too many, and the Red Devils will inbound it with 11.3 seconds to go. It's a Brian's Muffler Shop inbound play as Burke Thomas goes across the timeline. Long pass to Wade Bowen in the left elbow. Jump shot, free throw line extended by Lind, and it is picked out of the sky by Codner, and that is how the first half ends. So after one half, it is 30-21. Evanston squarely in this one. They trail Cheyenne East. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our Callis Automotive Halftime Show on a First Make of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep. In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome to the Callis Automotive Halftime Show, brought to you by Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer. Stop in and see Scott Callis and the team at Callis Automotive today at 744 Front Street in Evanston. It's time for your first half highlights, brought to you by Edward Jones, Brandon Day. Put the power of personal attention to work for you with Edward Jones. Tailored strategies, personalized service, and long-term financial solutions. Call Brandon Day with Edward Jones to schedule an appointment at 307-789-0925. So let's go ahead and run through the halftime highlights really fast. Evanston off to a decent start. A big three ball by Jagger Mitchell put the Red Devils on top 3-0. And then Graydon Buell responded. For a while. It felt like Graydon Buell versus Jagger Mitchell, and then other players got involved. Score after one, 14-6. The Red Devils then would start keeping pace with Cheyenne East. Big quarter from Burke Thomas, 11 points in the second quarter. Tanner Newsom also contributing 4 points as well. It is 30-21 at the half. Right now, of course, no surprise, Graydon Buell leads the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds with 18 points, and Burke Thomas leads Evanston with 11. You also got Jagger Mitchell with 6 and Tanner Newsom with 4. Those were your first half highlights, brought to you by Edward Jones, Brandon Day. Put the power of personal attention to work for you with Edward Jones. Tailored strategies, personalized service, and long-term financial solutions. Call Brandon Day with Edward Jones to schedule an appointment at 307-789-0925. Joining me now, we have girls basketball head coach Jeremy Fessler. Coach Fessler, if you look at the game against Central and how they are kind of very similar to you guys, where it's all about defense, it seems a little bit different against Cheyenne East, as they had a big game from Darcy Jardine, who was their big there, as well as Cheyenne Alvarado. But one thing that stood out to me was yesterday you talked about shooting and how that wasn't going. It seemed like in the fourth quarter the lid might have come off the basket a little bit for you guys.
Yeah, we got some shots to fall in the fourth, but overall just a very lackluster effort. We're slow defensively. We're slow in transition defense, and we were slow in transition offense. And I don't know if we got a transition bucket. I don't think we did. We think as coaches the girls are in the right. They should know where they're supposed to be, and we think that we have them in the right spots. So now the problem that we have is the girls aren't getting to where they need to get to, and so that's on us as coaches. We've got to figure out how to motivate these girls to get them to play where they're supposed to be. You look at the very last play of the game, Their post catches it out at three-point line, gets by our post, and there's a wide open lane, and there's no one in gaps, and that's just a microcosm of the entire game. We talked about their weave and switching it, and girls are slow doing that, and we're just out of position constantly, and we got a lot to work on. It's very, very, very deflating.
You guys will not play another game until Friday in Mountain View to kind of wrap up the final weekend of the preseason. What is something that you guys are going to be able to work on over the next week?
We have to get better in transition both sides of the floor. Matching up, at the end of the first half, I believe, last 2 minutes, they went on like a 10-0 run, 12-0 run because we didn't get back and match up defensively, and there was wide open threes. And you just can't allow that to happen. It was constant. Offensively, we have 4 starters who are pretty much non-existent today. You had Camry, who had 8, and the others, you're looking at Stacia had 6, and Mia Barker had 2, and Naomi had 0, and Barton had 0. And so you're getting that from your starters, you're going to struggle. And so our leading scorer is Camry, and Kendall Fessler comes in and has 8 in 2 quarters. And so we got some issues we got to get fixed, that's for sure.
Did you see anything out there that you liked that you knew you could build upon?
No, not today. There was not a lot that was positive about today.
Okay, that's Coach Jeremy Fessler, head coach for the girls. Coach Fessler, thank you so much for your time. Anything else?
Nope. Travel safe.
You too. Thank you so much. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we are going to redo our first half highlights brought to you by Edward Jones, Brandon Day. Also, thank you so much to you guys for tuning in throughout the week. We'll be right back with the continuation of our halftime show brought to you by Callis Automotive after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
When you want something custom built for your home, farm and ranch, vehicle, or trailer, it needs to be done with precision, be strong, and be affordable. Get all this and more when you work with the Steel Shop at Ellingford Brothers. You bring the plan or idea, and they'll make it a reality. The Steel Shop sells and installs vehicle accessories like bull bars, running boards, and bed liners. They also specialize in truck and trailer hitches as well. Get it built to last. Ellingford Brothers, 221 County Road in Evanston.
In May of 2019, Uintah County School District Number 1 became the first school district in Wyoming to achieve a certified level 1 on high reliability schools by the Rosanna Leadership Center. We're focusing on 3 levels. Level 1 is a safe and collaborative culture. Level 2, effective teaching in every classroom. And Level 3 is a guaranteed and viable curriculum. We are certified Level 1 in safe and collaborative culture. This is Superintendent Ryan Thomas. Congratulations to everyone in our district. Keep up the great work.
Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Well, welcome back to the Callis Automotive Halftime Show. The score at halftime is 30-21. Cheyenne East, the number 3 team in the state in Evanston, has played very well. A big first half from Jagger Mitchell with 6, and Burke Thomas, he has gone off with 11. It looked like it was about to get ugly in that first quarter as they were outscored. I'm looking at the wrong running score. My apologies. Anyway, it looked like it was going to get ugly in the first quarter as the Red Devils were outscored 14-6, and then Evanston respond, outscoring Cheyenne East 15-14. So a big second quarter from the Red Devils. Let's go ahead and let's set this up. Really quick, can you take the camera and zoom it in on the Evanston fans? Or just point it at them? Just point it at them if you can. It is time for our Kazine's Ace Fan Cam. Visit Kazine's Ace Hardware today and see the large selection of furniture and appliances at 800 Front Street in Evanston. Ace is the place with helpful hardware, folks. Evanston had a lot of fans come to this game, as many as could, but we're going to go ahead and focus on the team who is squarely in the middle of this one and with a chance to get a big win and make actually a big statement. Even if you lose this game but you're competitive, that would be huge. Again, that is our Kazine's Ace Hardware fan cam. Visit Kazine's Ace today and see the large selection of furniture and appliances at 800 Front Street in Evanston. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Red Devils trail by 9, and it has been exciting to see this one, as Evanston looking to bounce back after the game they had against the number 1 team in the state, Cheyenne Central. If they can just continue to put the pressure on and weather the Graydon Buell runs, you gotta like the chances and you gotta like what the Red Devils are doing so far. I want to invite you to utilize that mylocalradio.com chat room. You can root on your favorite Red Devil and give them a shout out, and we will announce it, say it on the air. We are getting ready to start. It's a Brian Muffler's inbound play to start. Remember, Brian Muffler, have all your muffler and brake work done by Brian Muffler. Shot open 8-4. Brian also offers customer service, customer bending, oil changes, and lubes. Call Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston at 307-789-7021. Burke Thomas in the left corner to start this second half. Goes left center three. Yes, yes, yes. Burke Thomas. He did it. He put it in there, and the Red Devils cut the gap to 6. 24-30. Got to calm down a little bit. Rail goes to the top of the circle. Jagger Mitchell playing good defense on him. They distribute back to Bush. Graydon Buell takes the ball and retreats to the 10-foot line on the volleyball court here at East High. Actually, not East High School. This is being played at Story Gymnasium. Long pass, left side three for Bush. That one no good. Pulled down by Braxton Lind, and the Red Devils have a chance. Jagger Mitchell takes the pass on the left sideline. They say he stepped on it, and now it's a turnover. Coach Watsabaugh talking with them. Man, if they can continue this, I'm excited to talk to Coach Watsabaugh about how he feels they might have progressed overnight. Inbound pass stolen by Braxton Lind. He goes to the left side block, does a spin move, layup, and in. Braxton Lind gets on the scoreboard, and it is 26 points for Evanston. They trail by 4. McAnally left side to Codner. Back over to McAnally, left side three. That one is well short. He gets his own rebound. Goes to the key, setting up McCoy Bush for a right side three. Rattles around, no good. Rebound, Junior Zaremo. Quick pass, Jagger Mitchell. He's across the timeline. Dribbles to the right side, and they call him for a double dribble. Red Devils with the momentum out of the locker room. Jagger Mitchell, Burke Thomas, Braxton Lind, Stetson Weidrich, and Tanner Newsom on the court for the Red Devils. Rail gets the inbound pass and then hands it off to McCoy Bush. Bounce pass Codner left side. Back over to Buell at the top of the circle. Left side three from Rail, too hard. Good rebound by Weidrich. Jagger Mitchell gets the pass, and he'll be at the point. Goes across the center court stripe. Bounce pass to Newsom in the left wing. Driving towards the top of the circle. Burke Thomas, quick pass. Jagger Mitchell in the right corner. Bounce pass to Burke. He goes to the right block. Cut off by McAnally, setting up Braxton Lind. Open circle three. Yes, top of the circle. He's open. And Braxton Lind makes it a 1-point game. What a charge by the Red Devils to start it out. A 8-0 run. Codner over to the right side. Cheyenne's three ball from Buell is well short, and Burke Thomas gets the rebound. He's immediately fouled. It's on McAnally, his first of the game. Wow, the Red Devils, I gotta say, I'm impressed with how they came out of this one. 3 ball from Burke Thomas, then a 2 from Lind, and then a 3 from Lind. Evanston is getting help from everybody. Jagger Mitchell on the 10-foot line of the volleyball court tries to get across the timeline, but he gets called for a carryover. Jagger can tell he's frustrated with the call, but his teammates immediately surround him and say, don't worry about it. Let's get back out on defense and get the stop. Codner across the timeline, bounces to Buell at the top of the circle, driving to the left side block. His shot on the layup is good, and the run ends. Buell with 20 points in the game. Lind goes to the key and draws the foul. Braxton Lind will shoot 2 Norco free throws. You'll find a full line of gas and welding equipment plus other supplies at Norco locations across Wyoming and Evanston. Visit Norco at 95 Independence Drive, Norco. Lind with the first shot. That one off the front iron, the glass, and no good. Junior Zaremo will come in for Jagger Mitchell. He'll join Burke Thomas, Braxton Lind, who's shooting free throws, Stetson Wiedrich, and Tanner Newsom. Next shot from Lind, too short. Rebound by East, and they're going the other way. Buell, quick pass the left side to McAnally, drives to the left side block, finds Codner on the right. Quick pass, and he is able to finish it off. His first 2 points of the game. Evanston going with quick ball themselves. Newsom was wide open in the lane, and he traveled. Evanston snuck a man behind the East defense. Newsom was right there waiting, and he gets called for a travel. Buell gets the inbound pass and after the Bryan's Muffler inbound play. And now Codner. Back over to Goff. Buell on the right side. From the key. Shot's too strong. Junior Zaremo tries to get the rebound, and it is not going to happen. He had a chance, but Buell gets it back. Lind going for the ball accidentally trips up Buell, and he'll get, actually, no, they're going to call it on Stetson Wiedrich. My apologies. So Wiedrich picks up a second foul. Wade Bowen comes back in for Wiedrich. Long pass to Rail. He has to go almost to the half-court stripe to get it back. Right side to McAnally, the Cheyenne Post Sixers star. Now we see Gavin Goff again. Back over as Cheyenne East just moving the ball around. McAnally hands it back to Schlabs. He goes to the key, back to McAnally in the lane, off the glass and good. 6 points for McAnally. Full court press put on by Cheyenne East. Zaremo trapped and finally gets it over to Thomas, setting up Bowen. Open, Tanner Newsom, right side 3. That one just too hard. Pulled down by McAnally. Right side 3 for Schlabs. He doesn't take the shot, excuse me. McAnally quickly over to Buell, top of the circle. Tell you what, Braxton Lind has done a good job playing defense on him. We knew Buell was going to get his, and indeed he has. He's got 20 points in this one so far, but the Red Devils have been able to kind of keep it in check instead of kind of going uncontrolled. As you take away McAnally's 20 points and the Red Devils are up, as Rail goes in and gets the easy bucket in the lane, and it's 38-29. Evanston can't get the shot. Rebounded well by Buell. Beautiful bounce pass over to, that was Schlabs, and it's an offensive foul. He went into the lane and planting his feet. I did not see who it was, but the Red Devils take the charge and cause the offensive foul. The Red Devil faithful happy with that one. It'll be the first one on Schlabs. 38-29. Burke Thomas comes to the bench. Jagger Mitchell will come in. Junior Zaremo out there with Braxton Lind, Jagger Mitchell, Wade Bowen, and Tanner Newsom pass in after the full court press intended for Braxton Lind. It's behind him, but it's deflected over the baseline. No, they called a foul, an offensive off-ball foul, a push on Braxton Lind, so he gets his third one. Peyton Cornea will come in. Inbound quickly by East. Buell, left side three. That one just short. Gets his own rebound into the double team. Blocked by Bowen, but a rebound by East, and they put it back in there. 40-29 on the impact. Physical therapy scoreboard setting up Wade Bowen in the lane for the slam dunk. And it is 31. The run is over, and Bowen ends it with authority. Buell on the left side of the key. Sling pass over to Rail. Right side three. That one well short. Peyton Cornea in the battle, trying to get the ball back, but they're going to say he touched it last. Number 35 for Cheyenne East was the one that Cornea was battling. And I'm looking at my roster. I do not see an... Okay, there he is. He's on the junior varsity roster. Kaiser Jolly is his name. Rail inbounds to Buell. Thought about taking a three left side. Good, but he fakes out Braxton Lind right in his face. Hands off right back to Rail, who's standing on the 10-foot line on the volleyball court. Back to Buell. Quick pass quickly to Schlabs. Driving to the left side. Fancy pass over to Kaiser, and it is taken away by Wiedrich. Pass quickly to Lind. He's across the timeline with Gavin Goff in tow. Now it's Junior Zaremo towards center court. Back over Jagger Mitchell, right wing. Trying to drive, takes a shot, free throw line extended, and Mitchell wants a foul. They're saying it was tipped out of bounds by East. So the Red Devils will inbound it under Cheyenne East's bucket. Newsom comes out. Burke Thomas comes in. It'll be Thomas, Mitchell, Zaremo, Wiedrich, and Lind. Quick pass to Burke. Right side three. That one just a touch short, pulled down by Schlabs. Buell on the left side to the left block. Kicks it out to Goff. He goes to the left elbow. Tries the runner. It's well short. Rebound by Rail. Jump shot from the free throw line. Rolls around and drops in. Braxton Lind driving towards the lane, and it is out of bounds. Last touch, Cheyenne East. Stetson Wiedrich comes out, and Junior Wade Bowen comes in. Zaremo's already been there for a while. Red Devils trail by 11, 42-31 with 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Zaremo left side three, and there's a whistle. So a foul. Is Zaremo going to get to, is it in the shot? It is. Zaremo's going to get 3 Norco free throws. First Norco free throw from Zaremo is on the way. Hits the front iron, rolls around, no good. Remember, Norco, you'll find a full line of gas and welding equipment plus other supplies at Norco locations across Wyoming. In Evanston, as Zaremo hits the second one. In Evanston, you can visit Norco at 95 Independence Drive, Norco. Norco free throws, and now Zaremo, who missed the first, got the second. Can he get the third? Yes! So 2 more points for the Red Devils, and they cut the gap to single digits. 9-point lead for Cheyenne East. Codner back in the game for the Thunderbirds. Across the timeline, drives the left side, quickly over to Goff, to the free throw line. Jump shot, well short, easily pulled down by number 5 for Evanston, but they lose the ball. Derek Parks gets a great rebound, and they lose the ball. Here comes Rail, bounce pass out to Goff, right side 3, well short, and that one is That looked like it was going out of bounds. He tried to bounce it off a Red Devil player. It goes straight to the ground, picked up by the Red Devils, and they get the inbound pass, but it is stolen away. Gavin Goff finishes it up. Very, very quick events happening here. 4.9 seconds remaining in the third, and it's 44-33. Parks will come out. Zaremo will come in. He'll join Mitchell, Lind, Thomas, and Bowen. McCoy Bush will inbound it in front of the scorer's table. Rail takes it across the timeline. Back to Buell on the left side. Elbow at the buzzer, no good. And that is how the third quarter ends. So, going into the fourth, brought to you by Smith Bits, it is a 44-33 lead for Cheyenne East. We'll be right back with the Smith Bits fourth quarter after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Welcome to the Smith Bits fourth quarter. Smith Bits. Energy strong and proudly serving the Wyoming oil and gas industry. Contact Jesse Lynn for all your oil field supplies. Red Devils trail 44-33. Cheyenne East will start the ball. Codner on the left side. Back to Rail. Buell fakes the handoff to Rail. Instead, he goes McCoy Bush. Lodge being a pass for Buell, and he goes for the one jump put in, but he missed it, and it's out of bounds on the rebound. Last touch, Cheyenne East. Red Devils trying to cut the gap to single digits. Burke Thomas, long pass, Braxton Lind. Jagger Mitchell, open in the left corner, takes the ball back over to Junior Zaremo around the 10-foot line of the volleyball court. He motions over Burke Thomas so he can hand the ball off to him in the right wing. Wade Bowen in the right side, finds Braxton Lind. Left block, off the window, and in. Braxton Lind continues where he left off in the third quarter, and there's a foul on the other end of the floor quickly. And it is on Cheyenne East. An offensive foul. It is the second one on Coulter McAnally. Evanston with the inbound. Full court press put on by Cheyenne East. Quick over to Braxton Lind. Again, our inbound play is brought to you by Brian's Muffler Shop. Finds Wade Bowen, left side of the block, gets his own rebound. Second chance. No, and it is good. Wade Bowen makes it 37 for the Red Devils. Quickly on the other side of the court is Cheyenne East. Rail trying to get around Burke Thomas. Instead, he'll go to Codner on the left wing. Schlabs at the top of the circle. That was McAnally. Now Rail to the free throw line. He's got Burke Thomas, tries for the layup, goes over Burke and lays it in there. Rail with 10 points in the game. Inbound by Brian's Muffler Shop. Inbound play received by Evanston. Braxton Lind, left side three. Yes! What a shot by Braxton Lind, and it's a 6-point game. Timeout called. Red Devils in this one as we are in the Smith Bits fourth quarter on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the Smith Bits fourth quarter. We'll be right back after this on KNYN and mylocalradio.com.
A good education opens the mind, expands it, and helps us improve our lives in many ways. When you add that to a positive attitude, you're on the path to success. Jesse and Jennifer Lind and the team at Smith Bits recognize students for their hard work and commitment to excellence in academics, sports, and extracurricular activities. Contact me, Jesse Lind, for all your oil field equipment needs. Smith Bits, energy strong and proudly serving the Wyoming oil and gas industry.
Back to live action here at Story Gymnasium. Evanston down by 6. Graydon Buell, triple team, quadruple team. Instead, they bounce it out to McCoy Bush. Back to Buell, top of the circle, 3. Evanston shuts him down quick. Bush, right side, 3. Short. Rebound by Lind, and the Red Devils with a chance. They trail by 6. And there's a foul called on Cheyenne East. It's going to be on McCoy Bush. He pushed him across the timeline, and now Burke Thomas will inbound it in front of the scorer's table. Thomas quickly to Zaremo after the Brian's Muffler inbound play. Remember, you can make an appointment at Brian's Muffler Shop at 307-789-7021. The Red Devils cut the gap to 4 after the quick bucket. McAnally trying to drive into the key. Wade Bowen locking him out. Setting up a 3 ball from Codner, and it's good. Burke Thomas across the timeline, puts on the brakes, slides a little bit, and now goes to Zaremo at the point. Junior goes to Jagger Mitchell on the left side. He drives into the key, tries to draw the foul. There is no foul, and Schlabs dishes outside to Buell. He goes to the ball, and he gets called for, goes to the ground. He gets called for a travel. He's saying he was fouled. He needs to calm down a little bit as he got up pretty heated after the turnover. Evanston gets the ball with 5 minutes, plenty of time left in the Smith Bits fourth quarter. Red Devils trail by 7. Junior Zaremo gets across Gavin Goff. He was double teamed. Wade Bowen in the lane after a beautiful assist by Jagger Mitchell. The big man is coming to play. Buell calming things down. And now it'll be a long pass back to Buell at the top of the circle. Holding the ball right now is, looks like Schlabs. Buell back at the top of the circle. Cheyenne East has no choice but to calm things down, as Evanston has been on fire in this Smith Bits fourth quarter. Buell finally into the lane, left block, and a great defense by Braxton Lind. They said he went up. They said Buell goes up. It's a turnover. Evanston gets the ball back. Great D, Braxton Lind. Let's check in on the My Local Radio chat room. Haley Frankham says, strong work, Red Devils. Way to play ball, Burke. As Junior Zermeno, Burke Thomas on the right side, trying to go the lob pass to Braxton Lind. It would have been in, but a off-ball foul. It's going to be on Braxton Lind. That is his 4th of the game. They need him in this game. He's got to be careful. Jordan Mendez, can you fix the scoreboard camera, please? I think that's about as good as I can do. I apologize if that's not what you were hoping for. And the Red Devils are back in this one. Codner drives to the key, looks for Buell, who has to dive out of bounds to keep it alive. And now Gavin Goff driving to the right side. He loses the handle. Picked back up by, that is actually McAnally setting up Buell, top of the circle 3. He's off the back iron, and it's no good. It hit the top of the backboard, and Bert Thomas is feeling it. If you just saw his reaction on My Local Radio, he is very, very happy with how Evanston's playing. Peyton Cordia will come in for Braxton Lind, who's in foul trouble. 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Smith Bits. Junior Zermetto across the center court stripe. Driving right side, and looked like a 4-second violation on Zermetto, and they will give the ball back to Cheyenne East. So Graydon Buell will check back in. Apparently he was out, so I've been miscalling him for a while. And he will inbound it in front of the Evanston fans. Things have gotten quiet here as things have gotten more tense. It's a 5-point game. He loses the ball. Picked up by Zermetto. Evanston right where they want to be. 2:44 left in the Smith Bits fourth quarter. Zermetto goes across the timeline back to Burke Thomas. Hand back off to Zermetto. It is bopped away by Codner, and Zermetto tried to get it before it crossed the sideline, but he couldn't get there in time. Timeout called, and we will take it as well. The Red Devils have cut the gap to 5. It's 49-44 with 2:30 left in the Smith Bits fourth quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Right before the break, we saw Braxton Lind go to the scorer's table and check back in. He's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls, but he has been great tonight. Lind, no points in the first quarter, but he's got 10 in the second half alone. Inbound by Goff, and away we go. Quickly, Cheyenne East moving the ball around. Evanston playing great defense, though. Buell hands off. Cheyenne East, runner is no good. Foul on Zermetto, though. That'll be free throws coming for Garrett Schlabs. Free throws brought to you by Norco. Zermetto picks up his first foul of the game. So Schlabs, first trip to the line for him. First one is up, and that one way too strong, no good. (49-44) Evanston. This might be the confidence that they needed after last night in Cheyenne Central. Today they come and play the number 3 team, and they are in this one. Second shot was missed, in Cheyenne East, though, able to calm the rebound down as Buell at the top of the circle gets called for a carryover. He gets called for a carryover. Evanston gets the ball back. Wade Bowen is going to come out. Stetson Wiedrich is going to come in. Braxton Lind inbound. He'll find Zermetto to start it out. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Zermetto across the timeline. And he gets called for a backcourt violation, forced over the timeline by Codner. 2 minutes flat. East on top by 5. Tanner Newsom just went to the scores table. He is going to check in real quick for Zermeno, who has had a great game. Really, all of these Red Devils have done great today. What a way to come back and respond. Right side to Codner. Bounce pass quickly to Rail. McAnally right back out to Goff. Here comes Cheyenne East. That is Rail, cut off by Burke Thomas at the left block. He's got to retreat back. Buell, he'll try his luck from the left side of the key, gets around Braxton Lind and puts it in there. 51-44 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Red Devils trail by 7. Burke Thomas to the left side. Back to Braxton Lind in the left elbow. Back to Burke, top of the circle 3. He was open, and that one just a touch too strong as it hits the glass and falls into the arms of Graydon Buell. He goes quickly on transition. Left side block shot was too weak. Burke Thomas, or Braxton Lind playing great defense. Burke goes through and knocks the rebound into the hands of Jagger Mitchell. He rushes into the lane, and he misses the shot. It's too short. And now Gavin Goff takes it across for Cheyenne East, right side, and it's an offensive foul. Burke Thomas gets to the lane, plants his feet, and the Red Devils take possession back. Gavin Goff picks up his first foul of the game. Braxton Lind will inbound under their own basket, so Evanston's got to go the full length of the court. 53 seconds left in this one. Burke Thomas to the right side. Bounce pass to Newsom, who loses control, tracks it down, goes into the lane. Stetson Wiedrich, right side 3. He was open. That one just a touch too strong as it hits the front iron, the glass, and into the arms of Buell. 35 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Burke Thomas tries to get a foul. He had made contact with him, but they didn't call it. And now Burke runs from the timeline all the way to the right wing and does foul the eventual ball carrier, Rail. It's his first one of the game, so he will probably be the guy that they tell to foul for a while. Evanston, though, in the bonus, so any foul that East shoots on him will be 1 for 1. Inbound quickly to Rail. Schlabs, he goes up, puts it in there, and is fouled and 1. Rail will shoot Norco free throws here in the fourth quarter. Try to complete the old school three-point play. Evanston, though, they may lose this game. They may still be in search of their first win, but you got to love how they have come out against the number 3 team in the state. Timeout by Coach Robert Watsabaugh. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this one on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
The importance of saving and learning how to use money wisely can be taught from a very young age. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we offer youth accounts to help kids learn to save, borrow, and spend responsibly. Our youth accounts are special, just like the kids in our community. Check out our See You Grow, See You Learn, and See You Prosper accounts for kids 0 to 18. These accounts are great to start managing finances. Open a youth account today for $1. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
In the fourth quarter, the Evanston Red Devils trail 53-44 to the number 3 team in the state. But in the fourth quarter, they have outscored them 11-9. Great defense by the Red Devils. And they have kept up with Cheyenne East from the opening whistle. No matter what happens, you got to think that Coach Rob Watsabaugh thinks that this is a step forward in the right direction. Jake Rail will shoot Norco 3 throws for one more time. You'll find a full line of gas and welding equipment plus other supplies at Norco locations across Wyoming. Visit Norco at 95 Independence Drive in Evanston. He makes it, and it's 54-44. Whistle on the other end of the court. Burke Thomas was fouled and by Schlab, so Thomas, who's been on fire today, had has 14 points in the game. First Norco free throw goes up and rattles around a little bit and then drops down. Thomas with the next shot. That one off the front iron, pulled down by Schlabs. 12 seconds left. Newsome fouls quickly as Buell got to the ball before Newsome was able to call the foul. So Buell will be shooting the Norco free throws. It's 1 for 1. Buell tonight with 22 points this afternoon. 11 seconds remaining in this one. First shot rings around, no good. Rebound by Wiedrich. Lind gets the ball, goes across the timeline. He's double teamed. Wiedrich gets the ball. He's double teamed. Newsome was open in the left corner, but Wiedrich goes up, puts it off the back iron and in, and that is how the game ends. Final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, 54-46. East wins, but Evanston, hold your head high. What a performance and what a challenge to the number 3 team in the state. 54-46, East on top of Evanston, your final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll be right back with our post-game show after this on a First Make of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
What a week it has been here in Cheyenne as we go to our freaky fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meet. Well, the Evanston Red Devils, after last night losing to Cheyenne Central, came in here still looking for that first win of the year, and you gotta think they feel like they are getting pretty darn close after the performance they put in against the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds. They found their scoring, they found their defense, and you know what? If this had another quarter in it, you could be talking a little bit differently, but the Red Devils do fall to Cheyenne East, but it is an effort that you should not be ashamed of one bit. Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meet. It looked like it was going to be an easy win for Cheyenne East in the first quarter. They outscored Evanston 14-6, and then Evanston got their scoring going. Big second quarter from Burke Thomas, 11 points. Newsome added 4 points himself, and they outscore Cheyenne East 15-14. The score is 30-21 at the half. Then in the third quarter, Evanston keeping up with Cheyenne East again. Really, it was that first quarter that put them in that hole where they never could quite get over the top, but they were coming close and close and close. Evanston would open up on an 8-0 run. Cheyenne East, however, would match with a run of their own, and the score would be 44-33 after third, going into the Smith-Bitts fourth quarter. After being outscored 14-12, Evanston responded, starting out on a 4-0 run before Cheyenne got their first points of the quarter, and then they'd go on another 4-0 run before Cheyenne would respond, outscoring the Thunderbirds, the number one offense in the state, mind you, averaging. Let's look it up really quick. I just remember that it was the number one offense in the state. Let's go to our scene set from the boys game. Yeah, look at that. Actually can't look at it. I'm just looking it up right now. 75.5 points per game. Evanston holds them well below that. So a good performance by the Red Devils, holding the #1 offense in the state to under 60 points. That is a heck of a defensive effort. We're going to step aside and we come back. We're going to have our Red Devil postgame stats report. This has been the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN and mylocalradio.com.
When your vehicle needs new tires, any tire store can get you back on the road. But only Plains Tire can get you rolling again with the peace of mind that you were treated well, paid a fair price, and that you'll be taken care of for the life of the tire. At Plains Tire, trained tire technicians mount and expertly balance your new tires, replace the valve stems, and hand check each lug nut to make sure it's all tight and secure. Plus, you'll get lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations only at Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. Visit plainstire.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Welcome back. It's time for your Red Devil post-game stats report. And #1 stat you should take away from this. Cheyenne East, the #1 offense in the state coming into this week, averaging 75 points per game. Evanston held them to almost 20 lower than that. So a heck of a defensive effort. Evanston also scoring more than what they've been averaging as well. So really this has been the best game that we've seen from the Red Devils thus far, and it comes against a quality opponent. So that is the #1 stat you need to take away, holding the #1 offense to less than 60 points. Good performance there by the Red Devils. Individual scoring stats, let's go through it. First for Cheyenne East, Garrett Schlabs gets a couple. Jake Rail with 13. Gavin Goff with 2, Coulter McAnally with 6, Jordan Conner with 5, and of course led by no surprise of anybody, Graydon Buell. He got 34 last night against Green River. He only got 22. He got 22 against Evanston and was held scoreless in the 4th. For the Evanston Red Devils, 6 for Jagger Mitchell. He really set the tone with those big 3 balls in the first quarter. 2 for Junior Zaremos. He went 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Tanner Newsom on there with 4 as he helped out in the second quarter. Stetson Wiedrick with a couple in the 4th. Wade Bowen with 6. Braxton Lind with a big second half, 10 points. And Burke Thomas leads the team with 14. Let's go ahead and give our Dr. Jared Barton play of the game. Remember, Dr. Jared Barton, general surgeon, and this is the wow factor. This is the jaw dropper, and it's going to go to Wade Bowen for the slam dunk. Absolutely runs through the lane, uses that 6'10" frame to slam it in there, and he is the recipient of your Dr. Jared Barton, general surgeon, play of the game. We're going to step aside and we come back. We're going to have our look into the crystal ball to talk about what's coming up in the next week for Evanston activities. We would like to hear from Coach Rob Watsabaugh. If not, we understand it is a long trip back to Cheyenne, and he probably wants to get that started with the team as soon as possible. But if he's able to come up, we will definitely have an interview with him on this great effort by the Red Devils. And for sure, we will give out our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision play of the game on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN and 99.1 FM and mylocalradio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Gee, Tommy, you look amazing. Did you try something different with your enamel?
No way. I wouldn't do anything to alter these pearly whites, but I did see Dr. McKay Frankham, who told me if I didn't floss, I could miss up 35% of food particles.
Really? He told you that?
Yep, and you know what? He's 100% right. I started flossing, and now I look better than ever.
Wow, I want to see Dr. McKay Frankham.
Well, give him a call. 307-789-8910. Easy to remember, right?
That's super easy. Dr. McKay Frankham at 307-789-8910. I'll call today.
Welcome back one more time to Story Gymnasium and one more time to Cheyenne as we wrap up this weekend that saw Evanston take on the Cheyenne Central Indians on the boys' side, #1 team in the state, and on the girls' side, the #2 team in the state. And then today we saw them the girls take on Cheyenne East on the girls' side, #4 team in the state, and on the boys' side, #3 team in the state. Let's go ahead and talk about some scores that happened from around the state really quick at the 4A level. Final score, Cheyenne Central beat Green River 80-40. Kelly Walsh on top of Cheyenne South 57-41. Rock Springs at Laramie started about half an hour ago, and Cheyenne South at Natrona will start at 5:30 p.m. Let's go ahead and look at what's to come for Red Devil activities. On Tuesday, January 12th, we have a strings concert at Davis Middle School. Thursday, January 14th, a string concert at Evanston High School. At Thursday, January 14th, we have a wrestling duel at Rich High School starting at 5:30. We will have that, or we are planning on having that on mylocalradio.com as well. Guest commentator Jason Mitchell will be joining me for that broadcast. Evanston varsity duel. Wrestling Evanston at Rich starting at 5:15 p.m. is the potential start time for that. We don't have anything official yet. And the basketball girls C team has a game against Rich at Evanston High School starting at 6 o'clock. Friday, January 15th, it's a half day of work for the folks at Evanston High School and the end of the second term. We will also have a boys varsity duel at Laramie, a wrestling varsity invite at Green River. Girls will be playing basketball at Mountain View at 3 o'clock. The boys will be, that's the JV game. Boys JV game will be at 4:30 at Mountain View. Girls varsity getting started at 6 o'clock. We'll have our pregame show at 5:30. And our, of course, girls will tip off at 6. Boys will tip off at 7:30. It's time to give out our Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. And there is some tough candidates to give it to, but I think you got to give it to Burke Thomas. In the third quarter, Burke Thomas got going for the Evanston Red Devils. Matter of fact, trying to figure out where that might have happened. It was to start the third quarter. It was the first points in the third quarter for Evanston. He goes up, launches a 3-ball, and it splashes through. That would start a 8-0 run for the Evanston Red Devils. And Burke Thomas wins your Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game. That is Dr. McKay Frankum providing quality precision family dentistry at reasonable rates. Call to schedule appointments for the whole family at 307-789-8910. Other ones you could also think about giving it to was a great performance by Braxton Lind in the fourth quarter. He hit a 3-ball that really set the tone in the fourth quarter for Evanston as well. So you could go a lot of different places for the Red Devils. It was 37-46 when Lind hit that free throw, making it 46-40. Again, your Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum, providing quality precision family dentistry at reasonable rates. Call to schedule an appointment for the whole family, 307-789-8910. We will be joined by Coach Rob Watsabaugh momentarily. Cannot wait to talk to him about this one. Final score, 54-46, Cheyenne East on top, but the Red Devils respond after what happened at Cheyenne Central last night. Evanston came out and battled with the #1 offense in the state, and their defense slowed that #1 offense. Just a reminder, and this is, I think, the one thing that we need to take from this the most. This Cheyenne East offense averages 75 points per game. Evanston held them to 54. Great performance by the Red Devils on the defensive side of the court. Rob Watsabaugh has said that is what he has been all about. I know that he is planning on coming up right now. He is talking with one of the Cheyenne East coaches, and he is wrapping that up, so we will see him in a minute. But wow, what a game and what a performance by the Evanston Red Devils. Let's check in on the My Local Radio chat room really quick. We want to thank Haley Frankum as well as Jordan Mendez for joining us in the chat room. Next game, next broadcast we have, you can join us as well as we wait for Coach Rob Watsabaugh to arrive in the press box. As we will be having a post-game conversation with him. It'll be a short one, as those of you not familiar with Wyoming geography will learn that Evanston is 5 hours away from Cheyenne. So it's going to be a short conversation so we can all get packed up, get on the road, and get home safely at a reasonable hour. But I tell you what, really impressed with the response from the Evanston Red Devils in this game tonight. Stay tuned. We will be joined by Evanston Red Devil basketball head coach Rob Watsabaugh, as he was motioning to me on the floor saying I'm going to be coming up in a minute. So we wait for his arrival in the press box. And then after we talk with Rob Watsabaugh, we'll call it a weekend here in Cheyenne. Real quick recap of the girls' game. The girls played Cheyenne Central. Final score to that one was 65-33, East on top of the girls. And then the boys, of course, did a beautiful job holding this #1 offense to under 60 points. Joining me now, we have Evanston Red Devil boys basketball head coach Rob Watsabaugh. And Coach Watsabaugh, you talked about it during one of the first games of the season. The goal is to take steps forward. Do you feel like you guys took a step forward today?
Yeah, I feel like we did take a step forward today. Looking back at yesterday, I thought we played a good 6 minutes in the first quarter. And today I thought we put maybe 20 minutes together of playing really hard. And our guys understood that. And I just wanted them to play hard. And I thought that we showed glimpses of what we could do this year.
This Cheyenne East Thunderbirds offense usually averages 75 points per game. Your defense was able to hold them to under 60 points. What kind of mental switches did you guys have to do overnight in order to come out and perform like that defensively?
Well, I told our guys it was a completely different game than Central, and the emphasis was for our guards to get back and balance the floor and try and stop them in transition, because that's where they really thrive, is in transition. So I thought we did a pretty good job of that. We also had pretty good active hands, pretty much from everyone for most of the game. And, we tried to keep the ball in front of us because they wanted to hard drive and, drive and kick for threes. And we did give up quite a few of those, but not as many as they normally get. So I thought we showed some signs of improvement this afternoon.
Do you feel like the offense is finally starting to kind of come around a little bit? I mean, this afternoon, you had Burke Thomas with 14, Braxton Lynn with 10, some big 3 balls from Jagger Mitchell as well. What did you see that you liked besides the aforementioned just kind of effort?
I told the guys, we need to cut hard, we need to screen hard, sprint to space, take care of the ball, and share it and have fun on offense. And I thought we were looking for the best look for the Devils tonight or this afternoon. And they are starting to understand the offense a little bit better. We were able to rep it out a little bit more in practice. And, as we continue to play games with different defenses, whether it's zone or man, can we execute our offense? And I think they're getting a little more comfortable with it and, seeing the different looks. As before, I thought we had our head down a lot and we weren't seeing the play before it happened. So I think they're getting more comfortable playing with each other, which we haven't done but 5 times. And, just getting, that basketball savvy back a little bit. And that, that was tough. It's hard to tell a team, here we go, and we've never played before and didn't have a whole lot of practice time with it. So I think we're maturing, and if we can continue to take steps and learn and grow from these past 5 games, and just day by day climb the staircase. We can't go back down. We got to continue to build on the step that we took this weekend.
You guys had a crazy difficult preseason schedule, playing all 5 teams in the WyoPreps top 5 rankings. Now you guys will get ready to go home, reset, have a full week of practice, and then we're playing Lyman and Mountain View on Friday, Lyman on Saturday at Red Devil Gymnasium. Are the kids looking forward to playing games where they don't have to travel so much, and also are they looking forward to play some competition that they are familiar with?
Yeah, I think it'll be very nice to, not have as long of a road trip and get to play on our floor where we practice. I think they're comfortable there. But I also, we learned a lot the last 5 games with the travel, with the top 5 WyoPreps ranked teams. And we learned a lot. And if we can continue to learn from what we just went through, our biggest opponent has almost been us in turnovers and offensive rebounds. And that won't change. We will still be our biggest opponent until we take care of those. I think we had 23 turnovers tonight, and I think we also gave up 22 offensive rebounds, and it was an 8-point game. So our enemy was ourselves tonight, and we have to understand that and, move forward and get better at taking care of the basketball and finding someone to block out, hit them, and chase down the rebound instead of standing next to them.
That's Coach Rob Watsabaugh, Evanston boys basketball head coach. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Also, good luck the rest of the week with practice. Also, we will see you back in Evanston, and travel safe. Anything else?
No, thank you guys. We're looking forward to being back closer to home and playing in front of some fans on Saturday, and we appreciate the support. Go Red Devils.
And that's going to do it for our broadcast here from Cheyenne. On behalf of our camera people throughout the day, as well as our producer, Mikkel, I'm ELAN saying we'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be right here on KNYN 99.1 Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. We'll have times later on in the week. Thank you so much, and take care.
You have been tuned into a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devils basketball on KNYN, the Big Dog, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's game has been brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, Dr. McKay Frankum, Westar Printing, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Hoover Chiropractic, Evanston Regional Hospital, the Come On in Casper, Plains Tire, Mountain West Business Solutions, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, Rocky Mountain Sign, Uinta County School District Number 1, Ellingford Brothers, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Bear River Dental, and by T-Bar S Body Shop. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with Rich's Matthew Peterson and the Valley's Colin Holt, and production assistant, Alyssa McDaniel. Biggest thanks to our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Red Devil players and coaches. Like My Local Radio Sports on Facebook to stay up to date with the games. Thank you for joining us on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports on KNYN 99.1 FM and mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Devils!